Well, hello there, friends, and welcome to Strangers in the Night, your source for late night VR gaming talk. I, of course, am your host, Wes. With me, as always, are my good friends, Eric.
What's going on, fellas?
What's up, Eric? And my good friend, Ruuts. Ruuts, it's after midnight, man, but who can sleep at a time like this? We have got a banger lined up for the people tonight. I'm excited.
Yeah, absolutely. I was excited to actually get into all these games, and like Mash said, I actually finished one of them. And when was the last time I finished a game we were talking about? It's been a while, but then again, I'm selective on the games I want to finish, and everything we played was really good. So,
yeah, man, it feels like Christmas in May, doesn't it, Eric?
Yeah, I mean, just when you think there's like nothing to play, and then all of a sudden I played two of the best games that I've ever played in the last 2 days. So
that's crazy.
Christmas,
Yeah, it kind of
everybody.
made you, in the case of Fracked, it made you, or at least made me realize that it's been long enough. You know, I played through the game one time when it came out, and we kind of talked about, how replayable is it really? Well, I found out this week that it's very replayable if you give it a little bit of time after you finish it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the gameplay is infinitely fun, and the skiing is amazing. And I couldn't, except for, man, I'll tell you what, dude, sometimes if you land the wrong way, some really bad stuff happens. So I'll just leave it at that.
That's true. That is true. And we're going to get into that. We're going to get into all the pluses and minuses, however few they may be, as we talk about Frack. But that's not all we have to talk about. We have Cities VR, which released this past week on the Oculus Quest platform. The first ever city builder to come to VR, or I guess I should say the first ever like realistic simulation city builder. We've had others. Space Folk City comes to mind, but this is the first like traditional city builder to come to VR, and have some interesting thoughts on that. And then, we've known those two were going to be part of the Wednesday show for a while now, but we had a late entry as Mod Month resurrected in May. Half-Life VR, Half-Life 2 VR. We were lucky enough to gain access to that yesterday afternoon, and Ruuts, man, I'm glad. I think we made the right decision going back to Mod Month in May, because so far so good with that one, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And the best thing about it was the way you install it. And you just actually click on install, and it installs like a game, and you go. That's the future of mods, and I'm totally with it for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah. So I'm sorry. Go ahead, Eric.
I was just going to say it's a weird comparison that we last time we met, we were talking about how much of a pain in the ass the Vulcan mod was for Wolfenstein the Colossus. And that is such a pain in the ass to do that we didn't even have time to do it. This one was basically just download it. It was easy. You download the freaking, it's like a game, right? You download it like a game as long as you own the base game, and that was it. It literally took seconds.
Feels official.
Well, it kind of is, and that's kind of the difference here. Is with the Half-Life 2 VR mod, you can see the true potential for modding. How good modding can be if you have the support of the developer of the original game and the platform holder in which the mod is going to be published. In this case, of course, Valve is the answer to both of those. But this team has pretty much had Valve support from the very early days, years ago. And, I think they could even monetize this thing if they wanted to. But from what I understand, I think this is going to be free when they finally do release it. Free for anyone who owns Half-Life 2, and you can't play it without the base game. So that's pretty much everyone, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know.
It's weird though that you said. I was gonna say it's weird that you said the game is not for sale anymore on Steam right now, though. Half-Life 2.
Yeah. I tried to find it for sale on Steam and I couldn't. Like, I found the page for it, and there was no, buy now button or whatever. And I did read something that said that you could get it as part of the orange box, which I also searched and couldn't find. I ended up having to go to a key broker to get a copy of the game to install a mod on, which was kind of weird.
Yeah, well, it doesn't surprise me that Valve is behind them doing this, right? I mean, that's their MO with the source, and that's how they've developed a lot of their games, right? And I mean, it's smart, and I wouldn't be surprised if this ends up becoming a VR gig for is it Team Beef? Is that who's doing it, right? Or what's the
No, there's a team pretty much that's just dedicated to Half-Life 2 VR, but Team Beef is assisting them.
Okay.
So yeah, yes and no, I guess
Okay.
is the answer to the question.
Yeah, Wolvie said he was worried about the hands disappearing. I haven't had didn't see my hands disappear once. I don't know if you guys did or not. Maybe I wasn't
In
looking.
which games are you talking about?
Half-Life 2 mod.
Not once.
Nope. So they must have fixed it.
You know who loves it? You know who loves it when your hands disappear?
My mom. Yeah, but it's got to be more than once.
Well, yeah.
Right. Anyway, we've got much more than talk going on with the Half-Life 2 VR mod tonight, as we will be ending the show with a real-time review. And for those of you who are new to Strangers in the Night, what real-time review is we start off with a podcast-style review discussion over regarding our previous experience in a game. And then one of us, in this case, me, I'll break off, leave these two guys on screen with you, and then behind them in a few short minutes, you'll see some live gameplay, and I'll rejoin the conversation with these two as I play. It's something that we think is unique to our channel. I haven't seen anyone else do content like that, and it's one of our favorite things to do, or it's quickly becoming one of my favorite things to do on Wednesday night.
I think the gig is up, Wes. Tiffany just said that to the chat that we tried to claim victory in the walkabout mini golf game while she was gone. And it was close, man. You almost
I won, damn it.
Mash could have won if Tiffany wouldn't have came back. But that was such a good time.
I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that, Tiffany. I'm glad you said that, Ruuts, because we need to take care of a little housekeeping before we get started with today's show. As I'd like to inform everyone that this upcoming Sunday, we will not be doing Virtual Strangers 150. I think instead we're going to try to do it on Saturday. Is that right, Ruuts?
Yes. That you said this Saturday?
Okay. Yeah, this Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're going to try to do that on Saturday. Of course, that is assuming that Ruuts is going to be home and available from work on Saturday. Sometimes I know you have to work. I can't do it in the evening. I've got stuff going on with my family, so we'll have to do it in like the
already worked it out
mid-afternoon.
Already worked. Yeah, I've only got 3 stops and they're really easy. So
cool. So we will be doing Virtual Strangers 150 on Saturday this week instead of Sunday. And what I'm going to try to do for Sunday is get that episode of On Location with Tiffany from Walkabout Mini Golf ready to go for Sunday, so that you guys will have something to guide you over while the wife and I are out of town. Ruuts, it's our 22nd wedding anniversary, and we're going to celebrate in style. We're going to go see Deftones in Cincinnati.
Oh, how cool. Oh, what a blessing. You know, you've got an awesome wife in Michelle, and she's got an awesome husband, and 22 years is nothing to sneeze at, man. That's awesome.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man.
We should all go and meet you guys.
Yeah, that would be such an anniversary present for Michelle. She'd be like, "Get out of here."
Ruuts and Mash.
I'm sure she wouldn't mind. I'm sure she wouldn't mind seeing you guys at the show. Just when the show's over.
See you later.
See you later.
Well, we can't all stay in the same hotel room with you.
Okay,
I think
now
we're going to come home. We talked about getting a room, but it's not that far from here, and I think we'd just be more comfortable here. And we were going to get a nice high-rise penthouse room, but I think she wants to come home, so that's what we're going to do. So.
Yeah, spend that money on something else, right?
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Gamer Chick says, "Congrats! I look too young to be married for 22 years." Well, I got married when I was 7 years old. The law is different in Kentucky,
Very
so
different.
we're allowed to marry 7-year-olds here, and you can actually get married at 6
Hmm.
if you have the parents' approval.
Yeah,
So,
and if you don't like it, don't get judgy.
You're
Come on.
ready. Yeah, it's 7. I mean, aren't we all ready at 7 anyway? It's just garbage.
I don't know. Apparently not in Florida, but that's a different story. Anyway, we got tons of show tonight, this Saturday, this Sunday. Loads of awesome, unique, original VR content coming your way. So if you haven't already, make sure you have clicked that big red button and the bell to be notified when we go live and when we go on location. With that said, friends, let's kick off this episode the way we always do by saying hello to our friends in chat. Gamer Chick 13, of course, Tiffany is here saying, "Am I wearing an REM shirt?" I am not. I am wearing
Where'd you get the shirt?
Fracked
Where'd you get the
shirt.
shirt?
I got this shirt from the PlayStation VR launch of Fracked. Our friend Jimmy at In Dreams was kind enough to send me a care package after I participated in one of his AMAs and accused him basically of secretly being Hideo Kojima, which he thought was hilarious.
Look
I had
at
a
Roots
whole,
with his
I had a whole.
fractured. He thinks he's better than us.
Oh, did you get yours, Roots?
No, not yet. Monday. I got my Dairy Queen shirt on, but not. Isn't that what's coming on Monday? The swag.
Yeah, well, I mean, supposedly we've got another identical care package to the one Jimmy sent me, which has a lot more than just a T-shirt in it. It's actually really, really nice stuff, and I don't want to, formally announce anything until I have it in my hands because you know how international shipping goes.
Oh yeah.
But if it all goes to plan and I end up with this thing in my hands, you guys might want to tune in next Wednesday because we might have some goodies to give out.
Hell
so,
yeah.
Hell yeah.
So shout out to Jimmy, shout out to In Dreams for being awesome as always. And
I may be more excited for that package on Monday than anything. When I got the message that it was coming on Monday, I'm like, I think it's coming Monday. I'm excited.
There's so much cool stuff in it. It might be the coolest PR pack I've ever gotten. Like the Demio one was really cool. The problem with the Demio one was all the little figurines were broken when it got to me.
Yeah.
But this thing was really awesome. I mean, there's really lots of cool stuff in it, and really excited at the prospect of maybe being able to give one of these away because it's not stuff you can buy anywhere, right? It's collectible and it's one of a kind. So again, shout out Jimmy. Thanks for the hookup.
I'm still waiting for my Walking Dead Saints and Sinners backpack for the first one.
Yeah.
Where's it, Tiffany?
The Fracked one has a backpack, but there's no.
Don't tell me. I don't know.
The
surprise.
Are you gonna do Are you gonna do an opening MASH video?
I should.
Yeah, you should.
I think I will. Yeah, maybe I'll do that.
What are you talking about, man? He does videos for everything.
Pretty much.
It's awesome.
Pretty much.
You should start like when the Sunday coupons arrive in the newspaper. You should just start
showing them off.
Do a coupon reveal video, man.
More stuff for D to do. I can't wait.
Anyway, Wild Hour the Game Cat joining us says, "Hey all, what would you say to a PSVR fanatic who is most indifferent toward Facebook to convince him to try Quest 2? And do you need an expensive computer to get the benefits of running Quest 2 in PCVR?" Well, that's a loaded question with multiple facets. Anyone want to take a piece of that, and I'll take the other part.
I was just gonna say that the biggest question to me is, do you have a PlayStation 5? Because PlayStation VR 2 or 5 is going to be out around the corner. So I mean, you might just be waiting for that anyway. The PlayStation 2 VR, but I don't know.
I think he said try to talk him into it, not try to
talk you into it. Well, it's wireless and you have thumbsticks and this is the thing, and this is the honest truth. I had access to Frack for how long has it been since we got it? I played a little bit of it on
It's been a
PlayStation
while,
VR,
man.
and I didn't want to finish it because I don't like the move controllers. Even though it's okay, the buttons you can push to go forward, and I guarantee you the difference between, especially in Fracked alone, because I can move around in my play space and I can go flip 360 and I can grab this and I can turn here and there. When you're in PlayStation VR, you're in your fucking, I got to face forward. And if I turn a little bit, it tells me to face forward. And if I turn this way, face forward. That alone, like, you have to do it. You have to break it, because the PlayStation 2 VR isn't going to break it as well. And you're going to say goodbye to that thing that was amazing for all that time that is now becoming really antiquated. And as soon as the second iteration drops, will just disappear for the most part, I believe. So.
Right. I agree with that. Go ahead, Eric. Sorry.
I was just gonna say I would buy both. I would just get both. I mean, if you can afford it, for $299, you can get both. You can hang on for the PlayStation 5 and the PSVR 2 when it's coming, and then for right now, go out tomorrow if you can afford it and go get a Quest 2 for $299. You don't need a PC. There's a million great games you can play right now. You don't need anything else. And if you don't have a PC, you can still go to Plutosphere and still play some amazing games. You can go play Asgard's Wrath tomorrow without a PC. You can go play, Edge of Nowhere. You can go play, I'm trying to think of a whole bunch of some other games that you can only play on
You can
PC.
play Half-Life
Stormland.
Alyx.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Lone Echo 2. Those are amazing games that you can go play right away. So I would always definitely say get both, especially if you're already in the PlayStation universe. Go get both.
Right.
You'll enjoy both.
So if I had to talk you into it, and I am a PSVR guy, I still play my PSVR. I started on PSVR. I love PSVR. But the fact of the matter is, it's at the end of its life, and the releases are few and far between. And if you love VR, like we love VR, you got to have games to play, man. And so we just did Game of the Month on our last episode on Sunday. PlayStation VR had 2 releases in April, and they were 2 solid releases, Lucky's Tale and Stride. But Stride's been out on PC for 2 years. Lucky's Tale was a Oculus Rift launch title back in 2016. So, I mean, while you're still getting a trickle of games on PlayStation VR, they're few and far between. So if I had to sell someone on the idea of picking up a Quest, I would first of all say what Mash just said. $299, $300 get you one of these things, and you can resell it when PSVR 2 comes out if you're not playing it. But $299 not only gets you a whole new catalog of games to play, but it's something that you can put in your backpack and take with you. You have, all those friends that you have that you want to show VR, but you can't get them in your house to put the PlayStation thing on their face. You can take the VR to them. And trust me, just about everyone I've ever showed it to, I think everyone I've ever showed it to has bought one after I showed it to them. So that would be how I would sell it to you. Although it's a bit deceiving to say $299 because you do need to pick up a couple of extra things to make it comfortable. It's not comfortable out of the box. You need to get a Halo strap for it. You need to get a facial interface replacement for it. But those 2 things will run you somewhere between $70 to $100 together. So we'll call it $375 to $400, and you have a whole new VR library at your disposal to tide you over until PSVR 2 gets here, and then you can resell it at that point if you don't like it. But I bet you're going to be surprised at just how good those games are. And then as far as like PCVR goes, you don't have to have like a super expensive computer to run most games. But I mean, you talk about building any kind of PC for gaming. It's a lot of money to spend. Now, stay tuned. We might be able to talk you into putting that money down by the end of today's episode. But it's a high premium to pay to get into PC gaming. There's cool stuff that you can only do with PC. But it is a lot of money, no matter, even cheap ones are a lot of money. So
Yeah, absolutely.
Anyway, TravelMan3775 is here. What's up? What's up, friend? As is Chinatown D. What up, girl? Good to see you. Onakazi is here. What's up, friend? Salvador, hello. Welcome. Wolvraza, Mickey Barrios, and Hack's here. What's up, Hack? D-Rail says you need a mid-range PC. That's true. What is a mid-range PC today, though, right? Mid-range PCs are always, what, $1,000, $1,200? That's a mid-range PC.
Right.
Let's see here. Wild Hour, the game cat. Okay, that was the question we already answered. And quite well we answered that. Good job, guys.
Yeah, right.
Island Kara is here. Hello. GB abbreviated Dreams Cat. I think that's abbreviation. GB abbreviation Dreams Cat. What's up? Welcome. I think you might be a new one, a noob. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Send us back 83. Have a great show. I'm crashing. Send us back is leaving, but as usual,
He'll be back.
Send us back. We'll be back.
He's back. So Tiffany says she said is the 1060 still the most popular card, and I don't know that it was ever the most popular card. I think it was just what everyone could get a hold of, right? I think everybody hates that card. I hate it. No, I never even had it. Right?
Wild Hour, the game cat says sold. Game on, guys. Sold. Look at that, Wes. You just sold another one.
Awesome. You will not be sorry. Just get those comfort mods, and you're not going to be sorry. Now, a lot of cross-platform games, of course, the games look a little different in Quest, but it's a trade-off. What you're giving up in highly detailed texture, you're getting back in clarity. The clarity of the screens and the lenses make up for most of the kind of downgrade in compute power, so to speak, from the PlayStation. I don't think you'll be disappointed. And there are some games that are just absolutely beautiful on the Quest.
Yep, absolutely. And I would Derail says use a referral code with someone. Good idea. That way you get cash, they get cash for games. And then if you want, I mean, you might not even have to buy the head strap with as many as MASH gives away, but go to PCVR Gamer every Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. Right? He's giving away shit every single week, man. He's
40. We have 40 prizes that we're giving away in the month of May.
Oh my God.
Quest.
Wow, that's 40. Crazy.
Giving a Quest away too, right? Giving a Quest 2 away?
Yeah.
Yeah, another Quest 2. We've got 5 Kiwi Elite straps. I've got 5 Bobo M2 Pros to give away. We got all kinds of shit. We got crazy stuff. Awesome. Hello Real stuff. We've got Mr. Task stuff. We've got games. We've got merch from Side Quest. It's going to be crazy.
That is crazy.
Yep. So Q2C VR Gamer, they are linked, of course, in the description below. Yeah, they give away shit week after week after week. So if you're looking to get into Quest gaming, you definitely want to subscribe to my friend Eric's channel here. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah. For real, yo.
For real. All right, so see, I lost my spot. Oh, Radio Run's here. What's up, Radio Run? Radio Run's playing Cities VR while he's going to be listening to us talk about it. So that's pretty interesting. I know I saw Spry Guy up in there earlier. Guido's here. What's up, Chris? Thanks for stopping by. And Daniel Kaz, of course. What's up, Daniel? Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Four Wheeling is in the house as well. And I think that is the top of the list and the end of the line, friends. Why don't we get into a little bit of VR talk? And, I didn't even bother to look and see what was first on the docket today, Ruuts. So I'm going to go ahead and let you hit the scene before we start talking about it.
Just Cities VR.
Quest 2 community.
Yeah,
we were just talking about
this. and this is exactly why. And not only is it a great podcast, but great videos every single day. Let me skip to the activity.
All right,
But
so
yeah,
we've got Snacks MPLS. I don't know what that stands for. The Heightened Emotional Response Game Cat says, "What up, y'all? I'm watching on my TV, but jumped on the phone to say hi." I do that all the time. Like Eric's show typically goes on when I'm just either like just laying down to go catch a quick nap before work, or as I'm waking up about to get ready for work. And I always have the show up on my TV playing so I can listen to it while I lay down. But inevitably they always say something I need to comment on, so I'll reach over and grab my phone and start chatting while the thing's actually going on the TV. So shout out the Snacks
Just Snacks, right?
MPLS, the heightened. Yeah. We'll just call you Snacks. Shout out to Snacks, the Game Cat, for stopping by and saying hello. Welcome, friend. Welcome. Anyway, let's talk a little Cities VR. This game came to us last Thursday, courtesy of Fast Travel Games. This is an Oculus Quest 2 exclusive. We want to go ahead and shout out and thank Fast Travel Games for granting us with review access. What is it? $29.99, Eric, for Cities VR?
It is $29.99.
$29.99. The first proper city builder simulation in VR. And being someone who typically doesn't play city builders outside of VR, I didn't know what to expect. And for the record, Cities VR is the VR adaptation of Cities Skylines, which is probably the most popular flat version of a city builder. So this is a game that came into VR with some fanfare, with an existing player base behind it, and some form of excitement. Basically, for that reason alone, plus the fact that I know what kind of work Fast Travel does, that was why I was looking forward to checking out Cities VR. But beyond that, I didn't know what to expect. I'd never played this type of game before, and it showed. When I first got in this thing, I played through the tutorial 3 times, and I still just couldn't get it. It was kind of brutal, man, trying to get a town off the ground. Eric, tell me about your very earliest moments with Cities VR.
Well, Tiffany just says whoever's building the city is doing it wrong. There's no order to this construction. I know, Tiffany, because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I am not a city builder. I've never done city builders before. I mean, I maybe did like a Sim City, like briefly or something like that. But there's no hand holding in this game, right, guys? I mean, they give you a tutorial, but even the tutorial needs a tutorial almost. There's something about it. I don't know. When I got into it, I had to start over 3 different times. I at one point had my sewage going the wrong direction and it was completely backing up into a whole part of my city. So I'm like, what is going on here? Like, you actually have to run like pipes. So you have to run water pipes, but you don't just have to run water pipes. You got to run the waste pipe too to get the waste out of your city. So there's so much going on here in a city builder, and they have to be this way. I'm sure if somebody's city radio run is probably like right at home with this. He already knows how to set up a city. If you know how to do that and you're good with these things and you've done them before, this is going to be super intuitive. You're going to have no problem because the controls are great. I thought everything worked pretty well with having to navigate everything. For me, it was just the fact that I didn't know what the hell I was doing with building a city, and I had quickly. I had shit on fire. I had shit on fire. I had sewage backing up. The whole town was pissed off. All of a sudden, I had all these empty buildings all over the place. It wasn't good.
Yeah, I had to start over 3 times. It was only the 4th time before I had any kind of success with it. And what you're saying is true. This is a hardcore city builder. I mean, it is so detailed in every little aspect of running a city. And they give you a 5 to 10 minute tutorial. And it's really just the very bare minimum basics that you need to get started. and they kind of point you off in the directions where you can kind of get some information, some clue as to what to do. But after you get into the game and problems arise, it's pretty easy to figure out what the problem is. It's not so easy for someone who's inexperienced like me to know what to do about it. So like I had the same thing MASH had, like on my third attempt. That was the big problem, is that sewage was in the water. Now they do tell you in the tutorial, pay attention to the way that the arrows move to so that you know not to put your drain pipe upstream from the water source, which I was using a water tower, and I didn't think that that would matter. But beyond that, I didn't even see the arrows that they were talking about. It took me a while before I could actually figure out that if you look in the river, there are tiny little arrows that show you which way that the current flows. And you have to kind of take that into account when you set up your water system. But I mean, I had problems getting electricity to certain parts of my city the first time. I had problems one time where like my pumping station, my water pumping station needed electricity, and I ran power lines to it, and it was blue like it's supposed to be, which means it has power, but it still said that when you click on the problem button, it says your electricity service is spotty, that there are temporary outages sometimes. You need to check and make sure that that you have enough power supply to supply your entire city, which I did check, and I was only using about 15% of my total capacity at the time. So I couldn't figure out why it was giving me that error. And this is what I was talking about. It was very frustrating at the beginning because it will tell you exactly what the problem is, but it gives you no help in how do you fix the problem. Ruuts, what were your early experiences with this game?
I ran into similar problems. I mean, I definitely, I think everybody ran into the crap in the water, right? Like you're just gonna end up. It's like kind of weird. I had the same problem. I had a hard time really looking at the seeing the flow of anything. But actually, I played a lot of games like this growing up, SimCity, that type of stuff. I mean, I was more into Age of Empire. That was my real. I mean, if I had the game like that, it's a completely different type of sim, right? But I've played PC on PC, Oxygen not included. And you think these problems are hard? That game, you should look into it because it's very similar to this, right? I didn't have that many problems once I got everything going. Now I think you said you had a windmill, Wes.
Yeah, well, I mean, I tried.
That's your problem. You tried to go green, bro. You got to get that coal plant out there. Coal works.
Well, I made a couple of coal plants. They never did anything. They just sat there and said not active and gave me no instruction how to make them active. It just not active, not working.
You have to bring power to the coal plants so the coal plants can make
I
power.
did. I did that.
You got to get coal there. You got to ship in the coal.
But I did figure out what my problem was eventually. And they, you know, in the game's defense, it is something that they mention in passing during the tutorial, but they don't really make a big to-do of it, and it's not something that really occurred to me during the course of gameplay. And literally, I was at my wit's end. It was my fourth attempt, my final attempt. I was done. I was completely frustrated. I had been sitting there for once again for 30 or 45 minutes, and to my knowledge, doing everything perfectly, but nothing was happening. And I mean, I was defeated, man. I was like, I hate this because I know that this game is better than my experience. I love the guys at Fast Travel, but I'm going to have to go on my channel tonight and shit on this game, and I don't want to. And I was really bummed out about it. So I threw a Hail Mary, and that Hail Mary was the fast forward time button. As it turns out, on my fourth attempt, I had everything set up perfectly. I actually did, but it takes time, like real time, days and days and days, for your population to grow to the point to unlock key things that you need to make your city really take off. So as a Hail Mary, I clicked in the left thumbstick and held it for probably 2 or 3 minutes and just let it cycle. And I watched my population grow. I watched my weekly deficit shrink and my budget grow. And before I knew it, the thing was telling me, congratulations, you have established your town. And things started to unlock, like elementary school, clinic, the ability to take out loans from the bank, things that are crucial to growing your city's workforce and growing the city's population and keeping people happy. And after that point, when I got the first recognition and congratulations from the game, then all of a sudden my experience did a complete 180. I started doing very well with it, and really kind of got into it. I was enjoying myself after that point. After I figured out how to play the game, it was a lot of fun. Really, at the end of it all, my only real criticism with them is there should be a lot more training, and it don't have to be like mandatory. Like they shouldn't give you like Legendary Tales 45-minute tutorial at the beginning. What they should do is they should keep the tutorial the way it is, and then have optional specific tutorials for different aspects of the game. Either that, or have some sort of like way for them to help you with the solutions to your problems as you play. So as a problem pops up, maybe they give you a suggestion of how to tackle it.
How about a button? Like, you go into an escape room and you have I can wave at the person in there in real life, and then they give me a clue. You know what I mean? Why can't you have a button that you push, or, and then, it says, are you sure you want to help? And then they say, okay, this is what you do to solve this problem. Like because it can get frustrating, it can be really frustrating, but it can also be rewarding once you figure it out. And so it's definitely better to give people that option. I don't think giving more training, I don't know if stopping the game I think if you could do it in a way that they can learn it, even if it is like an overlay or something that doesn't pull you out of the game into a whole training mode, because that training was already long enough, even though it didn't go into as much detail. And maybe that's where they're counting on, is all the people playing that know these type of games that are really, really detailed oriented as what's going on in there, right? Because there was so much going on that I was figuring out myself, and I even knew some of it going in. So
here's the thing: I was so desperate to get this. I even went to YouTube to look up a tutorial, and me, Ruuts, I don't do shit like that. Like if I can't figure it out on my own, then it's the game's fault. It's not mine. But I went to YouTube to find a tutorial, and I just found a dude doing the same shit that I did, making the same dumb mistakes, and poisoning his people with fecal matter in the water. So like I didn't get much help there. But again, everything that you need is in the game. The thing about it is there's just so much. Like there are different reports and things that you can read through the different menu system on the left controller that tell you exactly what your city has, what it needs, what it's good at, what it's deficient in. But this is a very detailed thing. Like if you were at an expert level at this game, I would bet that you wouldn't be half bad at running a real life city. It's that realistic and that in depth. But they give you like 5 to 10 minutes of training, and like, here you go, don't burn it down. But again, I don't want to sound too negative on it, because ultimately, after I learned how to play, it was really, really enjoyable. It was kind of hard for someone like me, who's inexperienced with this sort of thing, a casual, if you will, to kind of get off the ground and learn how to play it. Eric, any more thoughts on cities here?
I will give you a hint. Don't leave the fast forward button down all the time, because so I got to a point where I had it on, and I forgot that I had it on at like 3 times speed, because there's different speeds you can do too. So I had it on like 3 times speed, which I think is the max speed. So I started demolishing some things so I could move and put something else there. So, but when it's on 3 times speed, before I got a chance to build what I wanted to build, they already started building houses again. So I had to demolish the houses 3 times until I figured out I had the speed on too fast, so I could put something else in that spot. So don't do that.
That's funny.
Um,
Yeah, yeah, I found that kind of to be a problem too. Is I built my roads and I zoned it out, but I didn't leave any places for intersections. Like I zoned everything, so people came down and just completely built up all along my roads. And then when I needed to branch off and go into other areas of the map, um, I couldn't because there were buildings in the way. So I had to kind of work around and go the long way around. But again, I didn't even need the fast forward time anymore after I got my town established. It was just that beginning time. I only got to around 110, 115 people, and it was just stagnant. Everybody was happy. The water ran fine. The electricity ran fine, with the exception of that pumping station, of course, saying that it was running inefficiently, and I couldn't ever figure that one out.
Mm. It's
Um,
probably a worker.
but after time went on, uh, I guess power started flowing down my power lines to it, and it was fine.
what
Um,
as I say, what did you guys think of the controls? I mean, because I mean, basically, what this is, this is a game that you would normally sit in front of your computer for hours using your mouse and keyboard to click and move and do everything. Here, you're in a VR headset, and you're basically, you have thumbsticks, you have your control pad, your buttons, I mean, and your triggers and your grip button. But to me, I thought everything worked pretty darn well. And there's been some stuff I read online where people thought the controls were not good, especially in some reviews of the game. And I just didn't see that. So I was wondering what you guys thought of them.
No, once I figured everything out, it was it was great. It was like, I mean, everything's set up really well to switch back between. It's just a matter of learning it, right? But that's every game. So
I thought the controls were fine. There were a couple things I would improve on, but I mean, for the most part, they worked quite well. I think that the turn speed was kind of slow. I wish there was an option to turn up the turn speed. And the thumbstick flick on the left controller to choose things. Um, I think it would be better if you could just, you didn't have to flick it. Like it literally makes you flick the thumbstick and let it go to select things. I think you should just be able to kind of move it to where you want it to be and either press a button or let it go that way. They literally want you to flick the stick in a certain direction. And I found myself selecting the wrong thing a couple of times because of that. But outside of that, like I like the way that it lets you zoom into different levels. Like you can go bird's eye with it, or you can hover just slightly above the town, and then you can descend right down to street level. And it's all very intuitive and easy to do at that level. You can click on literally any building or structure in your whole town, and it will give you information. It'll tell you how many people live there, how many people work there, what the name of the family is, what type of business it is, what their education level is. Literally, you can get this kind of report just by literally pointing and clicking at anything on the map. So I thought the controls were pretty good, outside of those couple of nitpicks, really, that I just made. That's not my again. That I wouldn't consider that to be a negative or something that should put somebody off. It was more than sufficient.
yeah, absolutely. Well, for me, this kind of blew me away, because I wasn't expecting it to be as deep. Like, because the further you go along and you start unlocking levels, you start to get, policemen, firemen, trash people, the garbage guys going around. You think there's a problem if the trash guy's not there to pick up stuff. Everybody's getting pissed, keeping everybody happy, and doing all the different things. You get to a point where your business, you might have a business not doing well, or a factory, and it's because the workers aren't smart enough, because you don't have a college, bro. So now, you know what I mean? Like the depth, it's just when you get deep, and you think, okay, I've seen the depth of this game, it gets deeper and deeper and deeper. And there was, there's talks about how if it's worth $30, my Lord, this game is worth $30 to me all day long. Radio Runt is an avid fan of this game on the flat version, and he was apprehensive coming into it. He said the controls are great. He's been playing for an hour. That just in this session, he's already got 1,000 people. Wes, how do you feel about that?
This man legitimately thinks that he is better than us.
He thinks he's better than us. But and I told you guys, I told Wes and Mash, I said, for me, it's really going to come down to what Radio Runt, of avid fan, feels about it, at least in my mind. And he says it's great, and I agree. And it's a really great game. If you like this type of city builder or anything like this, you're going to be blown away. I guarantee it. It's just really good.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Eric.
I was just gonna say this is one of those games that proves it. Why would you play this if you can do this? And this game is great, and the depth is there. Why would you ever play a game like this flat again? You should be playing it in a VR headset because this is really the way to play it. I would not play this game flat. It's not my type of game. I had fun with it in a VR headset, so that it makes a difference.
I agree with that. I wouldn't play something like this in a million years flat. But there is some enjoyment to be had with the presence and immersion that VR. You play VR, bro? No. No. The immersion and presence that VR gives you certainly adds, as is the case with most games, adds to this game as well. One more question before I ask you, Eric, whether or not you agree and recommend this at $30. The story today, the line is that this is an Oculus Quest 2 exclusive. But I'm not convinced. This very well could come out on PC, and I think it would be a big missed opportunity if it doesn't come out on PC. What do you think about how this game looks? And if you're talking to someone out there who has a Quest 2 and a PC, are you telling them to wait, or are you telling them to go ahead and pick this up for $30? Because I can tell you that their early promo material, the expectations for this game, that it ended up not living up to, as this game ended up looking a lot more cartoony than I originally thought it was going to. Not that it looks bad, don't get me wrong. The game looks good, but their original promo material looked absolutely beautiful, which makes me think somewhere behind a locked door, there's a PC version of this that looks stunning.
Yeah, I mean that's what we all thought. I mean that was the only disappointment I really had with this game was this did not look like the game that they showed when they originally, came out and announced this game. They showed footage that was either the flat game or they showed PC footage because it wasn't what we saw today. This looks a lot different. And again, this looks fine. It looks really, really good. It's just not what they showed us originally. So that was the only disappointment I had. I think if they don't put this in PC, I think it's a big miss for them because there's going to be a lot of PC fans that are going to want to play this game. Think about what we just saw recently when we took Ultra Wings 2 from the Quest 2 and how great and how shocked I was looking at it in PC. Can you imagine what you could do with this game? And it already looks great. I mean, there's a lot of detail in here, but the detail could be miles better with a PC behind it. So I think it's a big miss if they don't do that. But again, we got to look at where is the numbers right now for VR. I mean, everybody's got a Quest 2 right now. I mean, look at the Steam numbers that just came out. You know what I mean? So I understand what they're doing. I just don't. Again, I don't know how hard it is to do that. I mean, we need to ask somebody and just say we need to get a candid answer from a developer one of these times. Just say, look, how hard is it? I mean, I mean, from when I talked to Dave Marsh, I mean, they're just about to launch the Steam version of Shadowgate. It took them about 6 months or so now to get that set after they had the Rift version ready. So, I think it's not simple and easy, but when you're a big company like Fast Travel, you should be able to do this.
Yeah, a couple of things here. So first of all, you say, where's the money at? Where are the people at? And I think typically that sentiment would be true. Of course, the headsets are Quest 2. That's where the casual gamers are. But I think this game might actually be a special case, being that it is City Skylines coming into VR. I think that it's very likely that the majority of that user base are PC gamers, or at least PC gamers, PSVR gamers. Not so much the casual VR gamer that you will typically think of when you think of the Oculus Quest crowd. So I think that there's a little bit more incentive for a game like this to go PC than Anshar Wars or whatever. Second of all, I think that Ultra Wings 2 is a good comparison for what they could very easily do with a game like this, because Ultra Wings 2 looked a lot better on PC, but it was basically down to some better lighting and some more detailed textures. The geometry was the same. It was still uh, the Quest game, if you will. It just had better wallpaper on it. And I think that they could do something very similar here and achieve similar results, which was pretty striking how much better Ultra Wings looked than the original. So I kind of expect that if this is in fact coming to PC, that it's going to be something like Ultra Wings. And I hope it is. And to what Onikazi says in chat, I also hope it would be cross-buy. But again, no way to know that until they announce it, right?
Do you think Meta's making them do it though? Do you think Meta was like, look, we want this as a Quest 2 exclusive, so maybe maybe they want to grab some of the PC audience to get them into a standalone headset?
Sure, why not?
Maybe, but I think that they would have a little bit more difficulty doing that with something like this, because again, this is not a Fast Travel Games IP. This is I don't know what the company's name. It's the same company subsequently that owns World of Darkness, that their last title,
Race
Race
the
to
Oblivion.
Oblivion Afterlife. Yeah, they have a very close working relationship with this other company, the IP holder. But I mean, I guess it would probably be up to that IP holder, and they would be the ones negotiating this with Oculus. So, if anything, I think it would be a timed exclusive. I would be very surprised if this is the place where Oculus decided to really put their foot down and say, we need cities to be a permanent exclusive. But, Paradox Interactive, thank you,
There you go.
Onikazi, Paradox Interactive. But you never know. Maybe.
I would not tell them to hold off, especially if they're a big fan of it. I mean, they're not playing it because of how realistic things look. I think more real. What I never really even thought of it this way, but the footage probably was the flat game we were seeing. That would make more sense than anything, since it is a flat iteration. It's a game coming from that IP, right? And people recognize it. So, but either way, this game is amazing. The gameplay. I mean, the depth of it, the scope of what you're doing in this, and I think for that it's worth $30, and it looks really good. I think I agree. I mean, just like I've said before, if I have access to the PC version over the Quest version, I'm going to do PC every time because it's going to look better, right? And I would imagine, like Onikazi said, it hopefully would be cross-buy if it came to PC, right? So,
Right. Eric, $30. What do you say?
100%, it's worth it, especially if you're a city builder fan. I mean, this is 100% worth it. There is nothing else like this, in VR. Whether it be PC or standalone. So to get this for $30, you can lose yourself in here. This is a time suck. You'll quickly be in here 5 hours. You won't even realize it. And if, like I said, if you're a city build fan, you're gonna pick this up quick. It's really intuitive with the controls. There's so much content here for $30. It's so worth it.
Yeah, I agree that it certainly will burn through the time, man. Once you start getting into it, you kind of lose track of it, right? And you realize you've been in the headset longer than you thought. So I'll give it that. Is it worth $30? I would say it depends. This is not going to be a game for everyone. I'll just say that right up front. You have to be the type of person who likes a challenge. You have to be the type of person who likes strategy games, because at its core, this is a strategy game. And it begins at the very first moment you start laying down the road. You have to have a strategy of what you're going to do, or else you're going to just create even more challenge in an already challenging game. But if that is you, you can't do better than this. This is a game that that you're going to be able to sink hours into, that you're going to get invested in. It's a game that's very replayable. With what was there, like 6 different base maps that you can build your various cities upon, and it's again very beautiful, detailed. Challenging game. So absolutely, the quality level there is certainly $30 and even beyond. Like I could see them charging 40 for this. Um, but again, it's not going to be for everyone. Not everyone's going to enjoy playing a game like this. So I would just exercise a little bit of caution on that end. But you know who you are. You pretty much know if you're the type of person that's going to enjoy something like this or not. So if you think that you might, then you probably will. And if that's the case, then you absolutely have my endorsement.
And I'll tell you what, it's not really my type of game, but I had a lot of fun in it as well. You know, be honest, if I wasn't doing the show, I probably would have never tried it, but I'm glad I did, because it's, I really did enjoy these type of games growing up. And you know, it made me realize, like I said, I want like an Age of Empire or some like a Civilization, you know what I mean? Like that game in VR, that would lose me. That would suck me in, man, because I want to build an empire and I want to take over the fucking world and I want to crush it in the game.
Yeah.
So you like a traditional God sim, right?
Yeah, I really enjoyed Civilization, and I really like the way that it all works, right? You start it like as base humans and kind of work your way up. You discover the wheel, you know, and all of a sudden you're advancing. You know, you've got chariots, you've got, you know, now you've got, I mean, it's really cool the way it works, and I think it could be really cool in VR. And I'd be surprised if somebody's not working on it currently. So
Yeah, actually, shout out Sid Meier. Who knows, right?
yeah, right? Sid Meier, get in here. We need it today.
Or even any of the big
Well,
RTS games too. You know what I mean? Like you think about an RTS game with this type of controls and everything. I mean, you could do it, right? Building, castles and setting up armies and moving your troops and attacking from different directions. Any kind of real-time strategy game. Freaking Command and Conquer. Can you imagine Command and Conquer in VR, doing it with these types of controls and being able to zoom in and out of the map? That's that when we get that kind of stuff, I mean, that is going to be crazy. That's when things take off. Imagine Lord of the Rings. Some of those RTS Lord of the Rings games were some of the best I ever played.
Yeah.
I was waiting on you to stop talking just so I could say that. Lord of the Rings.
Shut up, Mash.
Lord of the Rings, the battle for Middle Earth in VR. Give it to me.
Yes.
I'll take
Hell
it all
yeah.
day long.
Hell yeah.
Mr. Tassoff says Guardians has a bit of that. Yeah, not really. Kind of, but no,
That's not what I want.
Really.
That's not what I'm talking about.
That's not what Mash is talking about. He wants the real thing.
I'm looking for bigger.
Tom Flesh Eater Gaming says that game was my first real strategy game and it sucked me in hardcore. Do you know who else will suck you in hardcore?
My mom.
Oh yeah, she will. You better watch
Multiple
out.
times.
Absolutely should. Anyway, I think that is the last word on Cities VR. Go get it if you're down with this type of stuff, like our friend Radio right here is, or like Ruuts is, or even myself. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it after I figured it out. Don't be afraid to ask for help, ladies and gentlemen. That's what the Virtual Strangers Discord is all about, and that's what it's there for. There is a invitation in the description down below. Don't go it alone. You have friends. We're here to help.
That's right.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's move on because this is last week's news. Let's talk about tomorrow's news. What's coming tomorrow? Well, A PlayStation VR Instant Classic is coming to PC tomorrow as Fracked from In Dreams is making its way to not only Steam VR, but Viport and Viport Infinity as well. This is one of the top releases of 2021, in our opinion, and a Game of the Year contender, not just on the PlayStation platform, but overall. We want to, of course, thank our friends at In Dreams for providing us not only with review access, but again, hopefully some goodies coming our way to give away next week. Thank you guys for being so cool as you always have been from day one.
Yes.
Anyway, I want to start with Roots here on this one because Eric and I finished this game on PlayStation. We already knew what we were getting into here with this one, hence the excitement. We knew how good it was. Roots, however, I only played about this much of it on PlayStation VR. So, Roots, what were your thoughts on Frack?
Well, like you said, PlayStation VR, I just scratched the surface. I did some skiing. I shot a little bit, and I didn't like the confinement of things. I thought I don't know. I just never went back to it because we never even thought that this would come to PC. We just found out in a random on location, just nonchalantly, this is coming next week or a couple weeks. I was blown away. I wasn't expecting the level of action, like and there's I knew that there was a lot of action and but man, this fucking thing gets crazy. This is my gameplay. I had a lot of trouble with some issues or some places, so don't judge me. But a lot of people, I figure, Wes, you probably use the cover a lot, and because I'm the complete opposite in my play. I ran 99% of the time. I was running fast, constantly dipping in and out. I would use it every once in a while, but I found because there's no real, all I have to do is not get hit for a little bit and I heal. It's just a lot easier for me to keep moving. But I like that option, right? I like the fact that I can choose between the two. But everything about this game was phenomenal, and I thought it was good on PlayStation VR. But this is what I was talking to that guy in the chat at the beginning of the episode. It's night and day difference for me because of the wireless, the controllers. It just felt so good, and it felt like it was supposed to be from the beginning, in my opinion.
Right. Well, I guess we should be very clear about this. There are a lot of advantages to playing this game on PC, as there typically is with multi-platform games. But 100% of the advantages to playing this game on PC are hardware-based advantages. The game itself is literally identical platform to platform. The software is no different. All of the advantages are advantages like thumbsticks, advantages like extra clarity that comes from the newer headsets. But the game itself, this is the same game, Eric, that you and I fell in love with last year. And I loved having not only, these being able to experience it on newer hardware, but just having an excuse to play it again.
Yeah, I mean, I did the same thing when I got in as I did the first time. I went in there, I'm like, holy crap, you're sitting on top of that mountain and you're like, man, this looks amazing. And it's one of those games where it's going to turn off people that want, the most realistic looking graphics in the world. But this, to me, again, we've gone over this a million times. This is an art style. This game is beautiful. It's almost like a brushstroke style of game, the way it's colored. It just looks gorgeous, and that's, to me, the only difference really between the two. You got a little more screen door effect on the 6-year-old headset, PlayStation VR headset, but other than that, it's all here. I mean, and the controls, the controls are a big deal. Now, I thought the controls were fantastic, and I was not into the PlayStation VR a lot. So I was, using those control schemes a lot for the first time almost doing this game. Not the first time, but really, getting into the Move controllers, because I had just recently gotten my PlayStation VR. So I thought they did an amazing job with the Move controllers, and I had no issues once I got used to it. But man, with the thumbsticks, it just takes it to a different level, right? When you get thumbsticks and you're able to move around easier and quicker, Just makes everything so easy. But this game was great on the PlayStation, and it's really really good here too.
I would have loved to have seen this game get an aim controller support on PlayStation because then
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
you have the best of both worlds, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
I
amazing.
mean,
how would
this
you
game
have done that
probably.
though with the cover though? I don't think could you have done that?
Oh, that's true. How would you grab
Oh,
cover?
yeah. I mean, I guess you're right about that. They decided to make the cover based gameplay kind of the what this thing was built around, and that's really a unique feature to the game. So I guess it would be a trade off. They couldn't do both, right? Either they make it an aim game or they make it a game with a unique cover based system, which is really cool and fun. But like Roots, I didn't use it all the time. Um, I typically I would use the cover based mechanic on outdoor or larger areas, but if I was in a confined area with a lot of enemies, I basically just would take Roots approach and charge the enemies because I just would typically end up with people shooting me in the back if I didn't anyway.
Yeah. There's so much going on in here, man. I just like the level of complexity of some of these bosses, or I guess not bosses, but like those things you have to shoot them from in the back. They've got that backpack or whatever, and they're throwing
Mhm.
those fucking bombs out.
Yeah.
Like it. I was telling Mash, like there were so many times I was frustrated that I would like probably right there, where you die and you're like, man, I'm ready to take the headset off, and then I'm like, no, I need to finish. I want to finish it. And so it was forced my way to finish it, but I was glad I did.
What about the weapon selection? You've got two main weapons, but there's a number of special weapons that you can find as well: shotgun, grenade launcher, and revolver that are all very fun, unique, and found throughout the later levels. What do you think about the weapon selection, Roots?
Well, that was really cool. I like the my favorite was the revolver, right? Because I don't know the shot. I asked her which one was it that you only got one shot like on one of them. I can't remember what it was, but the
It
revolver
was
you
the
had.
grenade. It was the grenade launcher.
Yeah, you had
Yeah.
six of the revolver, and then I guess maybe six of the shotgun as well. And what was cool is that one shot at everything, right? So it was like it's different than this. So you get some really good shots, and they'd usually give it to you in places that you needed it, especially near the end when you're fighting the boss and you got all sorts of stuff going on. And some of this stuff here, like I thought it was pretty cool. The fact that at first I didn't understand what was going on and what am I filling up, and then I realized, okay, so I have to escort this thing there, and you have to ride it, and now people are shooting at you at the same time. There's a lot of action in this game, and but I really did love the guns. They were really cool, unique.
Yeah, it was a true blood and truth style action flick type thing. Only where, blood and truth is like a literally uh, action movie that you're living out. This is a little bit more stylistic in terms of the art, but absolutely comparable action. This may even be more fast paced than Blood and Truth. Right, Eric?
Yeah. I mean, this definitely gives you that feel, but yeah, this is way more fast paced and more. You can move around, better with this than the Rails or the node to node um for Blood and Truth. But yeah, I mean, Dee said here, she said Borderlands vibe to the visuals. I think it's pretty close, right? I think it really had that kind of look to it, those kind of colors.
Yeah. That came to mind a few times when I was playing it today. This game, I would describe it as Borderlands 2 VR, if Borderlands 2 VR was actually built for VR. Like this game is certainly uh, more vivid. There's a lot more contrast. BL2 VR, a lot of the scenery has this kind of dullness to it. And I think the reason why is because it really wasn't natively a VR game. This game, a lot of contrast. I think that they specifically designed it to take advantage of the PlayStation VR OLED screens because this game is absolutely beautiful on PlayStation 5 as well. Um, but yeah, I think that's a good comparison. It looks a lot like Borderlands 2 VR, only I would say that it looks better than
Yeah,
BL2 VR to me.
yeah, yeah. I agree. What do you think of the Pop One style reload? Did you like it, Roots?
I thought it was cool, man. You can see it's very fluid. I mean, it just easy pop, pop. I know Wolvie will like it. Wolvie, you're going to really love this game, I think. It does make you feel badass, especially when, like I said, when you're going down the skiing levels and you're whipping around. Although I wish they had a different way to control. I think the head based, because I'm almost always head based, but man, it can really get you flipped around because you're trying to look and see where people are, but the skis are also going with your head. And so I found a couple times when I'd land, I would end up be going like backwards or doing weird stuff, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, and then I end up dying, and then the next time I'm straightened out, and it could have been just me moving in my play space, or I don't know, but I just think that it would be maybe hand based for the skiing, directional or something different than head based. I think might be better.
Yeah, I got caught up in collision a couple of times on it, but it never was a big problem for me. It would typically after it clips a couple of times into whatever you're stuck on, it'll throw you back out and kind of reset you. And yeah, it's a little bit jarring, but I like the head based steering. I thought it was pretty cool, and I like the fact that the path typically branches a few times in each of those levels, so that there are opportunities for replayability there. You can find items and hidden pathways, not really hidden pathways, but alternate pathways that give you jumps in some areas, which are, they'll slow down and go slow motion if you get enough air under you. Really love the skiing part. It was kind of, in a great game. It was probably the best part in my opinion. Eric, what'd you think about it?
Yeah, the skiing is so good. Why why doesn't every skiing game operate like this? I mean, I love the shooting mechanic. Shooting those snowmobiles coming down. I thought it was great. You get used to the head based. It did take me some time too. The more I played it, the easier it got. I was watching Gamertag's review today. He said the same thing. He didn't like the head based, movement of it and turning style with the head base, but you do get used to it the more you get into it. And I quickly found like this time I had no problems getting down and skiing. But that's true. You have to keep your head downhill. You can't turn your head left or right because you're going to turn your whole body when you do that. So you have to wait for your enemies to come to the sides of you or to the front of you to shoot at them. But they want, it's not cheap, so it's not like they're going to shoot you from behind. They just really don't start the fire until they come to the side of you anyway. But yeah, I mean the skiing mechanics are fantastic. It's one of the best parts of the game, and it's one of those things where you're like, I want more of it. Like as soon as you get into it, and you're like, oh, it's over. I want to go do that again.
Wolveraza says head base, just the skiing sections. As far as like the on foot sections, you have options. You can make it gaze based or controller based, whatever your preference is. A couple more positives before we start to get to some of the drawbacks. Audio design, absolutely phenomenal. And when you're in a cartoony style game like this, uh, it's really important that you have realistic sound effects, kind of build up that immersion and make it believable. And Roots, they absolutely passed this test 100%. And really, what I loved, um, the fact that, despite the fact that you're walking on so many different surfaces throughout this campaign, they nailed the sound effects, whether it be creaky wood as you cross bridges, or crunchy snow as you're walking through the snow, metal decking as you're climbing up through collapsing monorails. They really, really did a very good job, not only with like the directional audio and you know voice acting, music, all that stuff is on point, but the realism of the sound effects I thought was especially impressive here.
Yeah, absolutely. The realism, everything sounded good, and like you said, the directional, to me, especially in a game like this, it's got so much chaos. I need to know what's going on around me and what direction things are coming from as well. Like there's no doubt where enemies are at because they're making noise. That one thing's shrieking, coming charging at you that explodes. You start to hear
Yeah.
that, and you're like, okay, where the fuck is this thing? Because you can't let that thing get close to you, right? So yeah, I mean, everything that they did, especially the sound, it does such a great job to add to the immersion to where, you're in there for, I guess the time, that's one of the reasons why the game flies by so fast, right? 3 hours or 2 hours and 59 minutes for me. Um, because it's so much fun and it just, you're so immersed and then it's over and it's like, oh, wow,
Mm.
I want more.
We're getting there. We're getting there. Eric, thoughts on the sound here?
Yeah, everything Ruth says is spot on. It's great. The audio sounds so good. You get different footsteps of sound, like the behemoth guy with the backpack on that you have to destroy him from behind. You know who else likes to get destroyed from behind? But but he has a different sound when he walks. He's got this big, heavy footstep sound, and that you hear that coming around the corner. That screamer that blows up, that like Ruth said, it just scares the crap out of you because you know it's coming. So you just got yourself looking all around. And the directional audio is great with that, and even the music itself that they use a lot of music to like hype up and get you, get you excited. It builds as it goes. So like even in the beginning when you're sitting there and you're starting out for the first time and you're standing on top of this mountain, hear this like orchestra music. It just gets you in the mood to get, to get going. It's really, really well done.
Yeah, absolutely. The music is a tool that they use as an indicator of when you're coming into an action scene. You can tell the mood changes immediately, about 5 seconds before you see the first enemy. So you know it's coming. It's very effective use and expert game design. One more thing before we get to the negatives. Um, Roots. How about that boss fight, man, at the end? That thing was so friggin' epic. Um, you know, I know I just said that the skiing parts were my favorite part of the game, but the boss fight, the game continuously builds. It starts out intense from the get go, but it builds throughout, and a fitting finale at the end of this thing, an epic boss fight. I absolutely loved it.
Yeah, Wilson is jerk, by the way.
Hate
Yeah,
that guy.
yeah, I hate that guy. It was very epic. It has everything that you want. Although I will submit, there was a point where it said that all the enemies were depleted, and then all of a sudden there was more enemies, and I was like, they were all gone, and now they're not gone. But yeah, no, the boss fight was epic. It was so epic that it was like, God damn, dude, this thing is like, it just kept going and getting crazier and crazier until I finally finished it, and it was cool.
Eric, I know you concur. We talked about this before. That boss fight was fitting. It was a fitting end to an epic game.
Yeah, it was just so cool, man. And it was so hard. You had multiple enemies coming at you from every direction. And you know what I keep thinking about that ending? So we all probably played this game on medium. So there's three modes. There's an easy
Yeah.
mode, a medium
Yeah.
mode, and a hard mode. Well, the hard mode is one shot, one death. You get killed, you hit
Yeah.
once and you die. Could you imagine trying to defeat that boss and you can only you can't take it, you can't take a hit. You can't take any hits.
I think it's you have one life. I think you can take hits.
Oh, is that what it is?
It's one.
Oh, I thought it was one.
So it'd be where you
Okay.
go in there just like real life. You die, you're done. And I think that would be the way to play it, right? And that's the replayability. Because now I mean, it's going to take you a while to get through this whole game, and you're going to start. I guarantee you're not roots in it. You're not running around this fucking place like you're crazy. You're going to start using the cover. If you have one life, you're gonna be very cautious with it.
That's true. And there are a few games that have this kind of mode where you have a single life. Typically, it comes as a new game plus. But we have seen this before. I never try those. And I think that this game would actually probably be the perfect scenario to try something like that. And you're absolutely right. It would completely change how you approach the game. Like now, all of a sudden, I mean, who's beating it in 2 hours now, right? Like if you're going to die and game
No way.
over, nobody's running through this thing, man. You're going to take your time. You're going to use that cover system that they gave you, and you're going to be very, very cautious. So I think you're right. That might be the way to go about this. And I mean, most people, or a lot of people anyway, want their VR to be like simulation anyway, right? So what can make it more sim-like than you die and you're dead and that's it? I like it. I think maybe the next playthrough that's what we'll do.
Be a perfect
Hell yeah.
stream, right? Like, because
Yeah.
I think people would really like to see it. I'd like to see you do it, Wes.
I die a lot, man. I wouldn't
Oh,
make
me
it very
too.
far, I don't think.
It'd be almost like a roguelike if it had some kind of progression to your character. That's what it would be like at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of difficulty for sure. All right, negatives, and there aren't many, but they do exist. I did have a couple of bugs. I had an invisible door pop up once. The panel was there to open it, but the door was not. I could just see right through it. There's a part in the second or third level where you take this crystal that you have acquired and you put it into a machine to have it analyzed. When I put the crystal in the machine and I pushed the thing down in, the crystal didn't go. It just kind of stayed outside and floated on top of the machine. And then the animation started over here in the window where you could see it working on the crystal. So all of a sudden now there's two crystals. There's one floating here. There's one inside the machine being analyzed. So again, not game breaking stuff. Obviously, this is really, really slight jank, but in the spirit of transparency, I thought I should mention. Eric, did you have any bugs?
I had one, and that was it. I didn't have any, and not the ones that you had. I had, the where you have to fill up the mine car, and then you have to step
Yeah.
on the mine car to get it to move. It wouldn't move for me. I had filled it all the way up. I kept filling it up, and I would go to stand on the car to get and then the track turns green, and you're supposed to move forward to the next level. Just wouldn't go at all, and I just kept refilling, and I couldn't do anything. So I ended up having to just restart from the last checkpoint, which basically brought you right there anyway. That's where the last checkpoint was, and then it worked. So it was an easy fix, but that was the only one I had.
You were standing on it
I
wrong.
seem to.
That was one of the
No,
things
I tried different times.
That was one of the things I did like about this game is it seemed like it was, if you died, they don't make you go through much bullshit to get back to where you're at. They save so often that it's like you're always right where you were at, and I really like that. So anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. And no, I was just going to say, I vaguely remember something like what Eric's describing. I think I might have had that bug on PlayStation with the cart not moving, but fuzzy memories. So I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe Eric's suggestion is just planting its seeds in my memory, and
It's a Mandela effect.
Oh yeah.
10 years from now, I'll have that as a solid memory in my
That's
brain.
right.
But
Thanks, Eric.
right. Any kind of bugs for you, Roots?
Not really. None that I really noticed. I mean, except for, like I said, and it was more me on the skiing part. But I at one point I felt like I didn't do anything wrong, and it was like doing weird stuff when I landed. But I'm sure I was like facing a different direction. But other than that, and then I died, and then I restarted. But no, I thought everything ran so smooth. And it was everything that I would have expected it to be, right? So,
Yep, absolutely. All right, so then we have the elephant in the room, the one thing that this amazing game has unfortunately become known for over the past year since it first launched on PlayStation VR. $30, and as great as it is, just when you get warmed up, just when you start loving it, it's over. Some people claiming to have beat this in less than 2 hours. It took me closer to 3.5 to beat it. And that's no different on my second playthrough. I'm not going through it any faster this time than I did the first time. Roots, how long did it take you to play through Fracked on PC?
2 hours and 59 minutes, according to Steam, which I thought was kind of ironic. Just under 3 hours. And I didn't rush through it. I didn't go through slow. I went through. I mean, I was trying to beat it, so it's not like I was trying to draw it out either. But it definitely. This is the thing, man. It's $10 an hour. I'd rather play this for for $10 an hour, and then go watch a movie for $20. You know what I mean? And you have the replayability of it on the hard mode. The production value, the game itself, I think it's worth every penny, but I wish it was longer. And I told Eric before the show, I understand where he was frustrated, and I'm sure you were as well, with the story, because there is a story here, and there's just enough to really want to know more, and they didn't add it, and they already had voice actors, and they had all of this going. They could have made a really good, amazing game with a very deep story, but that apparently was not what Sony paid for. And you know what I mean? And so we got this, and this alone is amazing. But I really do hope they make a sequel, because they did leave it open-ended at the end. And I really had a good time in this, and I would love to see a full-fledged story in this IP.
Yeah, 100%. Eric, I often talk about what I feel like is a big problem in VR gaming, and that is that the gaming public is kind of spoiled to cheap games now. And like, if we ever want to really get the long, fleshed out games that we all say that we want, we've got to get used to the idea of paying $50, $60, $70 for games. And a lot of people are still in that mindset that, if you're paying more than $20, then it's an expensive game. $20 is a cheap ass game, relative to traditional gaming. But again, how many traditional games are 3 hours long? Not very many. So I don't know that this is the hill I want to die on for that argument. But I certainly think it applies here. I think that, it's rare that I'll recommend a 3 hour game at this price point, but it's not unprecedented. I recommended Transference, which was a shorter game than this, certainly a lot less action packed for the same price when it launched, $30.
A lot less
I think
replayability
this game,
too.
yeah, yeah. So I think this game is worth $30, and I do recommend it. I think it's a great game. It's one of the best games that's came out in the last couple of years. I do wish it was longer, but again, it's still worth $30 to me. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, this is tough, because I understand where people are saying. I understand people are like, "Oh, this is a 3 hour game. This is garbage. I don't want this stuff." You know what I mean? And I get it. I really do. It is a short game. Here's my question: if it's 10 hours long, at this quality, 10 hours long, would you be willing to pay $60 for it? 10 to 12 hours, $60, because that's what flat games go
Sure.
for.
Yeah.
You're not getting a
Yeah.
flat game for $30, okay? Pretty much ever. You're gonna pay $60 for this quality of flat game in a 12-hour experience. So half price, half the time, I'm okay with it. And we have to pay these prices to get what we want. And eventually, I think they will come, and we will get the big full experiences. Um, but they're not going to be $30. You know what I mean? If we get this game and it's 6 to 8 hours, it's going to be $50. It's going to be Half-Life Alex prices. I mean, that's just the way it's going to be. And we as VR gamers, again, we are a little bit spoiled, because we do have these cheaper experiences that we've had for the last 6 years, and whether that has hurt VR or not, I can't tell you. I don't know. What we'll see in the end, but I think it has gotten us to the point where we're not willing, or where a lot of people are not willing to pay these prices for AAA games, and we need to change that quick, because if we want these experiences, people need to pay for them. And again, I get it. This is a short game. This is way shorter than I would want it to be. But I would vote for this game for Game of the Year if it was 8 hours long. I would. This was one of the games that we had to really talk about when we were doing our vote at the end of the year, because it legitimately needed to be in the discussion. And if they had given me more story and given me double the time, if you gave me 8 hours and gave me a great story with this game, maybe you gave me a couple more enemies, it was legitimately probably my Game of the Year.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. Like, when you look back now at what we chose for Game of the Year, we chose After the Fall. And while I certainly still love After the Fall, we questioned at the time, is it recency bias? Are we choosing this? And I certainly feel like maybe some of that was at play there. I think that games like Lone Echo 2, games like Fracked, I'm not sure we made the right choice. Maybe we did, but maybe we didn't. But with regards to the whole question of, you know, VR gamers getting used to paying more for longer games, uh, hopefully we're hanging a lot of hopes on Sony this next generation. This just another problem that we hope that they're able to tackle. But we're going to see. One of the you know the things about this conundrum that makes it very difficult for us to break out of on established platforms like Quest and PC and even the original PlayStation VR. Well, maybe not so much PlayStation VR, but especially Quest, is that over half of the user base are new gamers. Most of these players don't have To the Top. They don't have Asgard's Wrath. They don't have, they don't have Stormlands. They don't have Skyrim. They don't have Fallout. These games are the best VR has to offer, and they go on sale frequently for dirt cheap. And these guys, most of the VR population don't have these games yet. So it's a hard thing to break out of, because what are you going to do? Are you going to go pay $30 for Fracked, or are you going to go pay $10 for a game that's just as good, even longer, and in a fraction of the price? So it's a tough problem. But you know, that's another topic for another day. The question today is this game worth $30? Yes, this game is absolutely worth $30, and I'll recommend it to anyone who likes a fast-paced arcade shooter.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great.
Somebody was saying, what was it? Forgot. I'll have to find it again. It is definitely worth it. $30 all day, in my opinion. I'd rather play this for $30 than half the other games that people would say that are longer, that are $15, $20, or $30. You get a 10-hour shitty game or mediocre game. I'd rather play 3 hours of an amazing game, because I had fun every minute of this game, and I don't finish many games anymore. And there's something to be said about a 3-hour game, because a lot of these games, and I point to Asgard's Wrath as the biggest one. Nobody's finished the fucking thing. Nobody. Spry Guy, I think, is the only person I know. Like, it's so long. It's too long. Sometimes a game can be too much. So,
I agree with that, but Asgard's Wrath's like 30 hours, so like
it's too much. It's too much. It's like double what it needed to be. Although it's an amazing game, I just don't know many people that have gone past the prison level.
Right. Yeah, there's a few games we could say that about in VR. Somebody was asking a moment ago if they should buy Borderlands 2 VR, and I think absolutely you should buy Borderlands 2 VR. I think it's on sale right now, or it's in a bundle.
It's a lot of games
for like $20 or $25, and that might be the longest VR game in the entire library. That there's so much game there, and it's fun. It's almost as fun as this, but not quite.
If they would have made that co-op like the original Borderlands 2,
yeah,
it would be one of the best games in VR. Everybody would love it. And I think that was one of the biggest mistakes that they decided not bring into the co-op for it. So
yeah,
2 more hours. Do you think that would have done it? You think that would have got people off being mad about
sure.
5 hours?
I always had kind of an imaginary line. Even before I was like a reviewer, like the 5 hours was my spot. Like I need a game to be at least 5 hours long, especially if I'm paying, $30 plus for it. I need 5 hours. So yeah, I think so. I think a lot more people would have, or a lot less people would have complained about it. But then again, Phantom Covert Ops was about 5 hours long, and people were saying it was too short, which is kind of amazing, because that was the big complaint about Phantom Covert Ops, which was the In Dreams game prior to this. And what do? They follow it up with an even shorter game, which is crazy. because people were even asking them in the lead up to the launch of Fracked on PlayStation. People were asking them, it's not going to be another short one, is it? And they're like, we think players will be, perfectly happy with the length of this campaign. That's how they would answer it. And then we got the game, and it was like, no, it's even shorter. So yeah,
Yeah.
Can't remember the title. What was the spy title for PCVR?
Defector.
Defector.
Yes.
That was a short game, but how freaking
2
great was that
hours.
game, man?
$20, and people said it was too cheap.
$24.99. You can go play Garden of the Sea for $5 more. You can play Garden of Fracked. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna get
$24.99.
I'm
all
getting
day, bro.
fracked all day long. Skiing
Garbage
and-
of the Sea is almost $30.
This is one of the best shooters I've played in VR. It may be short, 3 hours long. I guess I wouldn't even say that's short, but I've not had more fun shooting, and it's actually, I felt like this was actually a challenging game. You know what I mean? I guarantee if you put it on that hard level, it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
Bluebell says Phantom Covert Ops is good. It absolutely is. That's why it's so exciting what In Dreams is doing here. Because not only, they just brought Frack to PC, they're bringing, they're publishing Little Cities next week or 2 weeks from now. They're also publishing Sushi Ben VR, which is not a cooking game. It's not a cooking game. It's an adventure game. Then they're doing Ghostbusters, right? Everybody's excited for Ghostbusters VR, almost. And then they have 2 more announcements this year. At least one of which is a PlayStation VR game. PlayStation VR 2 game, rather. These guys are absolutely killing it. And we know the quality level of their stuff, man. It's amazing. So it's a good time to be a fan of VR, and it's a good time to be a fan of In Dreams.
Yeah, absolutely.
Z-Storm Games in chat, he said, I've wasted more than $30 on shitty food meals, $30 for a AAA action story game. It's great.
Absolutely.
Seriously, how many titles or how many experiences? Like Ruuts said, a movie? Who the hell wants to go to a movie now and watch? How much are you going to spend to go to the movies? For 2 hours, then it's over. You never get it again.
But bro, it's the Batman.
I did go see that. I actually did go see that.
I'd rather play this game over any movie that's been out in the last 10 years. And it's well worth. Movies are really getting pretty expensive anymore.
Yeah.
That's true. But I will say that I did enjoy the last Spider-Man movie. It was really good. Enjoyed it. Anyway, I think it's going to wrap up Fracked. Surprise, surprise. We all recommend it. It's a great game. We told you that last year. Congratulations to the PC players for finally getting to experience it for themselves. But typically, this would be where we say goodbye to everyone and call it a night. But guys, the night's just getting started, because what a great surprise we had this past week as the team behind the mythical Half-Life 2 VR mod finally started sharing it with influencers, with content creators. And I want to shout out and say thank you to our friends. And I don't want to specify any of them, not the people who told me who I needed to talk to, or the people that hooked me up with access to this beta. But I want to thank you all for granting us access. Obviously, I don't want to put their names out there so people don't start hitting them up trying to get access to this.
But they know who they are. We thank you.
You can figure it out. Yeah, you can figure it out if you want to put in a little bit of research. But thank you, friends, for helping us join this beta. And I must stress that as good as this is, and we're about to rave about how good this is a beta. And the people who gave us access to this beta made sure that they reiterated to me that this is not finished. This is not finished. They have a lot of cool stuff that they're still going to add into this. A lot of the people other content creators that covered this past week were speculating that since it's so good, that this game might be dropping sometime soon. This game is not finished. They have a lot more stuff they want to add into it. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's a few more months before we see this thing drop. I have no knowledge of when it's coming. All I know is that they said there's a lot more that they're going to do to it. But with that said, guys, Eric, amazing that. How old is this game? Like 8 years, 10 years, something like that.
Yeah, probably
And,
more like 10.
2004 is when Half-Life 2 came out.
Holy shit! Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow,
18
man.
years. That's crazy.
And while it's not quite on the production level of a native VR game like Half-Life Alyx, it's not far behind, is it? I mean, this thing looks and plays great for a 15-year-old game that wasn't intended to be played in VR.
I'm shocked at how good it looks. I really, this was one of those games where when I went in today, I had no expectations. I saw a few minutes of some other people's
Blah,
coverage,
blah,
and I
blah,
stopped.
blah, blah, blah.
Sorry, Mash. I was trying to hit my
That was so on purpose. Stop it.
My mute button. That's crazy. Sorry.
Oh, that's too funny. But yeah, I stopped watching because I knew we were going to get in there, and I wanted to get in there and do it. So I was like, and so I went and tried to go in with no expectations about it, and I was like, I had a million things to do today. So when I went in today, I really meant to go in for like maybe an hour just to like cruise through it, just to see what it's all about, make sure everything works, see if I had any bugs, just so I could talk about it a little bit tonight. Guys, 4 hours I spent in this thing. 4 hours. Wow. I'm like, I kept going, holy shit, I got to get out because I had a meeting, and I'm like, I ended up like messaging the person. I'm like, I'll get back. We'll do it later. I stayed in the whole time because I wanted to get like through. At one point, I'm like, all right, I want to get through the tunnels so I can get to the jet boat because I want to be able to drive the jet boat to see how it is in VR and see if it works. So I finally got to that point, and that's where I quit. But man, this was so much fun, man. I want people to get a PC to go play this game. That's how good this is.
All right. But before you chime in on this, Ruuts, I'm just going to butt in here and say that I'm going to step out for a minute. I'm actually going to hit the bathroom, and then I'm going to get into my headset. So I'm going to let you guys talk about the game for a little bit. I want to say a couple of things here before we get into this. First of all, I've never played Half-Life 2 before, ever. Not once, not ever. What you're about to witness is my first experience with Half-Life 2, other than what I did earlier today, which was about an hour and 15 minutes. I played through the first chapter or two. Like, I haven't made it very far into it. I don't have a weapon yet. I just got out of the lab scene where the whole shit goes haywire and zaps you to where you're not supposed to be. That's where I'm at. So we're going to be picking it up from right there, and you guys are going to be able to experience with me in real time my first Half-Life 2 experience as the way it should have always been in VR. And with that, I'm going to step away. I'll give you a cue here. It'll probably be, 4 minutes, 4 or 5 minutes, and I'll cue you in, Ruuts, to bring me in when I get everything switched over.
Cool. All right. Well,
Ruuts, we need to talk about the blah 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 thing.
I know that was.
Come on, there was a little part of you that was like, I'm gonna do this.
I'll tell you what, man. How crazy is that? Because it's literally the button right next to the mute, and I've never hit it before, and I forget that one's even there. I even said that to Wes recently. I'm like, we forget that blah 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 is there. But yeah, it was kind of messed up. It was perfect timing though.
Yeah. Oh, it was so funny.
But I'll tell you what, man. I did play a little bit. I played a little bit of flat Half-Life 2. I don't know, when we first started doing the show and people were saying it was so good. I think it was right before Half-Life Alyx came out. And so I played a little bit. Didn't go too deep. I actually tried the mod that it was before, and the only reason I didn't go further into the Half-Life 2 mod the way it was before from the same team is it like you had to load each chapter, and like you would finish one and then you would have to go and you see it, right? Oh wow. Oh, that did switch a little bit there. But you see it now where like there'll be a load screen, right?
Load screen. Yeah,
So-
long load screen too, right? That's the only thing. It's like a little bit.
So it used to be that you would have to click on something and reload a different thing, and it was this whole thing. So I did try a little bit, but man, I couldn't believe how good this mod not only looked but played as well, right? For an 18-year-old game. So far, the only thing that didn't look like really high res, or I guess, or the way it didn't react the way I would have liked it is the killing the suckers in the ceiling, right? Because of Half-Life Alyx, the way the animations, it's a little bit lackluster compared to that. But other than that, it's hard to tell that that's even a different game, right?
Well, that's what it is too. Is to me, it's not even just the fact that you're in the environment now. It's not a flat pancake game you're looking at. Now that you are in the environment in virtual reality, but it's the way it looks now. It looks better than the original game. They have definitely beefed up the graphics of this, right? This is like a remastered almost. So it gives you Half-Life Alyx vibes when you're in there. It looks that good. Now, does it exactly look like Half-Life Alyx? No. Okay, it doesn't exactly look like that. You definitely can tell it's an older game, but it's definitely better than the original flat game looks. And man, I had a blast in this thing.
Yeah,
And
my Steam crashed for a minute. I can't hear you guys, but I think you can hear me. I opened it back up. Try switching the scene back and forth a couple times, Ruuts, and see if it fixes that for you.
there you go. Z Storm's Aim says he has to pop out because he doesn't want to watch Wes because he hasn't played it yet either, and he's
I'm not sharing it yet. Hold on. All right.
No, this is
screen.
not Gary's mod, Z. This is not Gary's mod. This is the new mod that just came out.
Yeah.
It's actually not even out yet to the public. We were given access to this. It's actually in a beta form. And this is
that should have fixed it. So try switching your scene back and forth now, Ruuts. That should hopefully put it back to the way it was.
It doesn't look like it.
this is loads better than Gary's mod. This actually downloads like a game too, right, Ruuts?
Yeah. It's just no. It looks like I've got. Oh wow. Looks like I've got your background as the big screen now on the next scene instead of your gameplay. For whatever reason. Okay. Well, oh yeah, no. Yeah, it's still your back, but
yeah, Dr. Beef is he is involved with this. It's not Dr. Beef's direct team that did this. It's his team is assisting these developers. These are developers that just work on Half-Life stuff. Half-Life mods for VR, and Dr. Beef is helping them. So he's kind of assisting them. But the way you have to download this, guys, is you have to own the game, the base game. You have to own the Half-Life 2 game on Steam. You download that onto your hard drive, and then you're given a key, just like any other game key you would get, and it says Half-Life VR, Half-Life 2 VR, and you download that, and that's it. There's no clicking, or you don't have to copy and paste. You don't have to drag files, nothing like that. It's the easiest thing. It's basically just like downloading a game. It's like getting a game and hit download, and it's already there. It just loads up like a normal game on Steam. There's no the modding is the easiest modding I've ever seen.
it's fixed, Wes. I don't know if you can hear me.
So Z-Storm says, so can't we play Gary's mod? You could play Gary's mod, but Gary's mod is not anywhere near as good as this, right, Ruuts?
Right. So Gary's mod is exactly what I tried before, where it's all separated. It's kind of a pain in the butt. This is all one thing. It brings it all into one. You download it just like you would any other game. It has a Half-Life 2 VR download install, and the only difference is you just need the base game downloaded to the same drive. So it puts it all in together. Everything's together. I think it may even be the same thing as the Gary's mod, but I'm not sure. So.
Yeah. Z, if it's something you want to play and you want to stream it, get in touch with me or Wes. I'm sure we could probably help you out, and I'm sure Wes could get you in touch. Because I'm sure the dev would like somebody to live stream it. So
yeah,
if you're wanting to do that, yeah, get in touch with me, or I'll get you in touch with Wes, and I'm sure we can help you out. Because this is something I wouldn't suggest you go play Gary's mod. I would play this. If you can get access to this, I would go play this.
Yeah,
especially if you're going to stream it.
Are you there, Wes? Oh, he might be using the restroom. But it's all fixed either way. So we're good to go when he does come back. But yeah, it's, actually, you know what? I was like, I wish I had footage. You could probably find footage while we're waiting for Wes.
Of Gary's mod or
Of
the new game?
the new mod. All right.
Yeah.
Just so we're not sitting here looking at the fracked material, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I thought how easy it was to install was so good. This is so smart, and this is the way they should do these mods. You know what I mean? Put it in a game key, so people don't have to go through and drag and drop files and go to Thunder Mod or go to whatever those mod sites to have to get stuff. Just put in a key.
It just makes it more official, right?
Exactly. Too. It makes it more official, and then you let them charge money for it because I'd pay $30 for this right now.
Hell yeah.
Isn't it crazy that it's going to be free?
Yeah, it's free. If you already own the game, you're getting this for free.
Let me just say something really quickly here before we get started on this. Support your local modders, folks. Most of these guys, with a few exceptions, of course, most of these guys give you the option of enjoying their work. And it's a lot, it's months and years in some cases of work, but they don't insist that people pay them for it. It's mostly done on donation. And this is going to be no different. These guys could monetize this and everyone and their brother would buy it. But that's not what they're doing. So you guys, you've been so generous to people like us who are lucky enough to play stuff like this and share our experience with you so that you know what's coming. But don't forget these guys that actually make it possible. These guys are the salt of the earth, and they're bringing us AAA VR before triple VR is even a thing. So they deserve our support as much as anyone.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they're bringing us some of the best games this year so far, and they're bringing it for free. Most of them are bringing it for free or donations. You know what I mean? So, absolutely, man.
All right, so I'm waiting on the game to boot now. One of the things about this mod that I have noticed, kind of on the negative side, and it's not any kind of criticism toward these modders at all, but it does have quite a few loading scenarios in between scenes, in between chapters. It takes a minute for the thing to load up sometimes.
Well,
I bet I know what it's waiting on. It's probably waiting on me to sign into Steam.
Yeah. Well, and that's what I was telling Mash about. It's I think it's using the same thing that Gary's mod uses, because Gary's mod used to have to load each level up. You would get to the other end of it and then you'd have to go into the menu and load up the next level. And that's why I tried a couple levels and I was like, I'm not doing this the entire game. And so I stopped, and that was like a year and a half ago or something. So you're just, it's all brought in together. So you do have those load screens, I would imagine, and you probably do have it installed on an SSD, but it's definitely going to be the preferred way to do it, right? So you don't have as much on there or time wise. So
yeah, I'm definitely I'm using an SSD. It's still pretty lengthy, the load times here.
yeah,
Wait a
absolutely.
minute here. This thing's a little bit finicky with how you gotta keep it active, but I think we can get around that.
Space Dennison says, I imagine Valve would actually be open to making this the official and sell it on Steam. And that's what it is. These guys actually have a lot of support from Valve. They've given them a lot of the assets and a lot of the, made the source code available to them so they could work on it. So, it's very possible that you could see some type of collaboration and put it out for sale, right on the Steam store, right? And I imagine that's how it's going to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, so I don't.
They've been working with them.
I don't know. I don't know if it messed you up really badly when my Steam crashed a minute ago, but I am in the game now. So
it did. I fixed it though. So let me make sure. I'm in
the menu screen.
Oh yeah, I see that. I see the screen share and all that. I see your cursor moving around, but I don't see the game yet.
Yeah, I haven't loaded the game yet. Just
okay.
The menu screen.
Well, then that's why.
All All right, so here's my saves. We did, of course, start on point insertion. You know who loves when you insert the point? Roots.
My mom. Oh yeah, she does.
Let's see here. So 421, 421, 32, 34. We'll go with that one.
See, I'm just seeing the screen. It says screen share, and then it shows the Discord. I'm not seeing an actual game for some reason.
So it's not showing you my game?
No, it just says screen share.
All right, hold on. Let's see what we got here.
If you look at my OBS, I've got it up on the OBS, but it's not up on the. I guess it is up on the stream.
This is one of the most. I've had more fun in this game than most of the games I played this year already. Like I said, I played it for 4 hours today. I'm ready to go back and play it again.
Well, that's the sign of a good game, right? A AAA game that's got a story, that the gameplay loop, everything about it makes you want to play through it, right? And that's what I think a lot of VR developers need to get.
Okay, switch the scene back and forth a bit and see if that reset it.
No, I think. Are you back in? I think the problem is every time you do that, I've got to go and click on watch stream again and then resort it here. Let me see.
My bad.
No, it's all good. You're just trying to make
get it working, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, it just says screen share on there for some reason.
No, I can share with you like the original like game window, which would take care of that problem. But it might not be the best quality if we do that because it's a small window blown up. You know what I mean? Unless there's an option for the output, and I have not seen that. So difficulty, yeah, there's no options for that here. We'll try that. Hold on before you get too deep into what you're doing, unless you can see the game right now.
No, I just see screen share.
Okay. Well, I'm telling it to give you my VR view, Steam VR view, and for whatever reason, it's not picking it up in Discord. So give me half a second here, and I'll switch it over to the actual game window, and we'll see what it looks like.
All right.
Bruce, how far did you make it in the game? You got through quite a bit more than Wes, right? Because you got to where you got your weapons and everything, right?
Oh yeah, no, I had my weapons. You know what was crazy? This is my thing. Is it was kind of difficult, or kind of I had to figure out how to do everything, right? I kept pulling the gun out and putting it away by accident. Once you figure it out, it's easy. But I had a really hard time figuring out how to reload my gun. Kept trying to grab my magazine from my waist instead of over my shoulder, and then even when I oops, here, let me click this. Even when I got it ready, I was just having trouble. I was running around killing people with a crowbar. Mash. I had 150 bullets, and I didn't know how to reload my gun. I was so frustrated, and then once I figured it out, I felt so stupid. Because it really is so easy. There we go, Wes. Very nice. Okay. Let me thank God. Thank you. But yeah, no, I don't know exactly how far I got. I got pretty far. I didn't get to a jet pack, or what'd you say? A jet ski or something, or a jet boat?
Yeah, you get at one point once you make it through the sewers, or the tunnels or whatever they want to call them, you kind of come outside again, and you get to a point where you actually get to drive in it's like a jet boat, like like a, what do they call, like a wind, what I mean, the propeller one, like what do they have them down in the Florida, the Everglades, where they use those big, what I mean, I don't know what they call them, like a fan boat, what I mean, it's got a big fan on it, and that's what pushes it around. Same thing here, you're using like a big um, airboat, what they would call it.
All
And
right.
basically, it's just tooling you around the sewers and and these like radioactive rivers on the outside.
Okay.
Right, you should be getting the game now, Ruuts.
Yep.
Am I right?
Yep. We see
Got
it. We're good.
Is it decent enough quality
No,
to
it
go with?
looks it looks really good. Looks perfect.
All right. Well, that's incredible because on my screen it's like
Looks like shit.
I don't know, 6 inches by 12 inches window that is blowing up.
No, it looks really good, doesn't it, Mash? Well,
It looks super good. Yep.
Okay. Do we have sound?
we do.
All right. Excellent. Well, bear with me just a moment. I'm going to. Where did my crowbar go? By the way,
It's
I
probably
just hit grip on it.
in your inventory. You should be able to just push into your controller, your joystick, and it should be one of your options. Yeah, there you go.
Okay. There you go. Nice.
It's very good. The way that they have the UI is very good, but man, at first I kept fucking putting stuff away, grabbing stuff I wasn't trying to grab. I just had a lot of trouble because you got to set it up perfectly, right? I don't know.
All right, I'm going to bring the chat into my window here so I can see what people are saying as I play, and then we'll get this shit on the road. All right. Take that off the dock, move it over here. Space Innocent says, you know who else likes it 6x12?
My mom!
Yeah, she does.
All right. So what you guys just witnessed is the first time ever in my life as Gordon Freeman that I picked up Gordon's infamous crowbar.
Traveling Man wants to see your hands. Well, no, grab the control, the crowbar. Did you have your hands when you had the crowbar? Because that might have been what Wolvie was talking about.
I have a floating crowbar in one hand.
Yeah, so that's probably.
Oh yeah, what? I didn't even notice that. You're right.
But the thing is you're not lifting it up and looking where your hand is. You can't see that, right? Like you can't.
Yeah, it's the same thing with the gun too. Now that I'm thinking about it, though, you just see the gun. But it didn't. It was so. It bothered me so little that I didn't even remember it, or wouldn't even.
I'd like to point out to people right now that I am playing on my HP Reverb G2. I did not have to load a controller binding. It's working natively out of the box perfectly.
Space Dennison wants to know, when you grab the crowbar, did you feel the magic?
Like Magic Johnson.
Oh, you know who else feels magic when they grab a crowbar?
I hate these things. Come here.
Get over here.
Quit blinding me.
Yeah, I
There
hope
you
they
go,
fix
bitch.
it too, Wolvie. Yeah, I hate those things, dude. I smash them every time I get my chance. Have you got a gun yet, Wes? No, you have not.
No, I'm not. I'm early on in the
God.
game. I'm trying to
Oh,
pick
yeah.
up this debris, but it won't let me.
Let me ask you this,
All right.
Wes. What happened with the guards? Because I warned you that the guards were fuckers.
I fucked with them and they tased me a bunch.
They
Yeah,
don't take
away from
shit, man. I got close to one and he like got pissed and started smacking me, and I'm like, dude, I just got close to him.
Then you gotta stay away from those guys. They're mean.
Yeah, they're kind of rude.
Crap. I accidentally went in my menu. Oh, is this the way I'm supposed to be going? I was just
I think so, yeah.
backtracking, I thought.
No, you
Whoa.
gotta go through the this train
through the train car.
section. Yeah.
I'm gonna hobo this train. I tell you what, man, there's a lot of Half-Life Alex vibes in here from someone like me who's never played this.
Oh yeah,
I'm sure
well,
it was opposite for people who played Alex that played this first. Like they were getting vibes of this, but it's the opposite for me. I'm getting vibes of Half-Life Alex.
Wait till
while
you
I'm
meet
playing this.
Alex.
Oh, I did.
Oh yeah, that's right. You did meet her already.
wait till you meet her again. You know, let me ask you this: why the fuck did they let her go first? I'm the guy that's trying to get out of this prison. Like they had me locked down. I'm the most important person they need to get out of here. But let's teleport Alex out first. I was a little irritated. I was like, dude, like she could probably slip out and nobody would even notice. But they leave me behind to go through the fucking underground network bullshit.
Why do they have face huggers like running around as pets? That's what I want to know.
I know, right?
Well, that doctor
That's
seems
weird.
to be very stupid, man. Like he's concerned about getting stuck in the ducts. Come on, man. Just destroy your
Hey,
whole
quit
project.
shooting at me, bro. All right, so that's not the way to go.
I think it
Stop
might have.
killing me, bro.
It might have been. I know you got to go through either through the train cars or on top of them. It's kind of weird that the way that they make you snake.
Yeah, I think
through
I
here.
might have to go on top of them and climb up there or something. Quit blinding me, you prick. I hate that shit. Alright, so let's find our way back. Come here.
I almost knocked my light over earlier today when I was trying to
Keep
smack
hitting,
one of those things.
Keep hitting my menu button. Let's go back on the train car.
Yeah, no, go up the stairs, right? The ladder, because I think you got to jump.
Yeah.
You have to go like from train car to train car or something.
Yeah, you gotta get up on top of the train car so you can jump over that fence on your left.
Alright, so I was here before.
You've used the jump, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So I think you go jump from this car to the left car, that car right there, and go over the jump over
go
the
over that.
fence. Jump over the
Yep.
fence.
Go over this.
No, over
Actually,
the chain fence.
I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you.
Yeah, as soon as you get to the top, look to your left here. You can jump over a fence.
Take 3.
Oh, you know, you're right. You gotta jump to the car first. Other way.
There we go.
You just gotta jump over that fence on your left. Oh,
Now I will say this. I feel like the strafe is a little sensitive here, like left and right. Like it's a nitpick, but it's wild, man. It's hard to get a grasp on it sometimes.
it definitely takes some getting used to for sure.
It beats the hell out of playing it flat, though. That's for damn sure.
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't play it flat again. I mean, it was a great game flat, 15 years ago or whatever it was. It's not a great game flat today, and I wouldn't play it flat. But this, I'm completely hooked on in VR.
I don't have a flashlight yet, do I?
Oh yes, you do. Tap your chest with your left
Right here we
hand.
got loading screen.
But yeah, tap your chest with your left hand, and it'll give you a flashlight. Which I just did it by accident.
I knew that you got one because I remember reading it in the README they sent me. But I thought it said tap your like your head.
Or maybe it is your head. I know I think it's your chest, but I know that I tapped it before I even went down in the dark, and I was like, oh, thank God, I would have never known. I'd have been wandering in the dark. Why is it loading so long?
That's what I'm telling you, man.
Mine
You gotta
didn't.
wait.
Mine didn't take this long. It was
mine-
every load screen was probably an average of about 5 to 7 seconds.
Did you have it installed on an NVMe SSD by chance?
No, I have it on.
No.
I just have it on. Actually, to be honest, I've got it. I think I've got it on my regular hard drive. That's not an SSD. If I do, it's at the best, it's SSD. But
I have nothing but good SSDs in my computer. I don't have any junk, and
that's weird.
Is that still loading? Or no,
No,
you're
it's
back.
not. He's in now.
it's back now.
So
But
weird.
at least half the time, there it is. at least half the time, I had questioned whether or not the game had crashed. I mean, it took that long for the thing to load.
Yeah, that's different, Wes.
Usually-
I don't know why it's doing that because it never loaded that. It was like literally like a quick load screen, like 5 to 7 seconds at the most.
Mine was a little bit
So-
longer than Ruuts, but nowhere near as long as yours.
Trigger this. See how I'm kind of like struggling to line up because of how sensitive this thing is? Like it's taking some time to get used to it.
It's
Are
funny.
you using the G2?
Yes.
Yeah. All right, so that's health. My health is full. Let's get the old crowbar back out here. Hey, you!
This is where
Get
you get.
your damn hands off her!
This is where you get your gun, Wes.
Yeah, get that. Yeah, get a couple of them.
Bitch! I don't need a gun.
I grabbed the baton and then it was disappeared out of my inventory. Did that happen to you as well? I guess
Yeah.
it never went
Yeah.
into your inventory.
Yeah, I never grabbed one, so I don't even know.
I grabbed it and I expected it to be there and it was not there and I was a little bummed out.
Uh-oh.
Now you're
Look at that. Look at that model. This isn't a 16-year-old model.
looks good,
In
right?
VR, it looks beautiful.
So your ammo's over your left shoulder and you're going to eject a clip out with, I think it's the A or the whatever one of your buttons on your right controller.
I think it's the bottom button on your right controller. which
And then
is the A
you
button.
slip it into where the other one was and then you cock it. It's actually really easy and good, but there's no way you should know that. Like, you know what I
You,
mean?
you know who
Yeah.
else? You know who else likes to slip it in and cock it?
you
She does.
He took it right out of my mouth right before I was about to
You
stick
know-
it in hers.
You know who else?
You know who else likes to put it in? Oh.
My mom.
Oh man. No, she's
Hey, baby. He's
Yeah.
gone now.
yeah.
But you don't have to be alone.
Wes trying to make time with the lady.
I love widows, man. I love them. They're just so empty inside,
Right.
but not for long.
Oh man.
That's a Negan quote, by the way, for those of you who didn't catch it.
Who doesn't love Negan?
He did such a good job. Jeffrey D. Morgan.
Glenn, Glenn, hey,
Oh, that's
he didn't
true.
really like Negan.
Yeah, that's true.
Bitch, Negan style. Where's that ammo? Give it up. Whoa!
That was cool.
Again, this is a beta, folks.
That was kind of cool. Oh, you got to keep going up, I think. Oh
Oh,
wow,
I'm trying to get this dude.
he's stuck for eternity.
What the hell? I hit my menu button again. Actually, I'm not hitting my menu button. It's just coming open whenever I touch my thumbstick the wrong way. I don't
Yeah,
think- well, there's some health.
no, it's one of your buttons. It's not the one that you drop the magazine. Is the other button is the one that pulls your menu up.
No, it's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Steam VR. Steam VR menu is the one's coming up, not the game
Okay.
menu.
Okay.
Oh, okay. It should be one of your A or B button or your X or Y button on your left.
How many shots to the head can you take, bro?
Check out. Wait until you see some of these vehicles or these flying things, man. This looks so good.
Yeah, it's beautiful, dude. I mean, you can tell, like, if you get close up to things and look at it, that it's, like, older because of the resolution's lower. But, like, I mean, even just stepping a couple of feet back, it looks like Half-Life Alyx. It's beautiful.
Look up. All the things flying around. I
Yeah,
can't.
Half-Life, it just has a distinct look to it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
City 17.
Oh yeah. And the music is always great and the same all the way through all games. Immediately brings you right back into it.
I'm gonna catch this train. We're gonna hobo. We're gonna go to Dothan, Alabama.
No, who
really?
not That's on my bucket list.
Who doesn't want to go to Dothan, Alabama?
Yeah, for real. It's a go-to destination.
It's the home of the
Biggest ball of twine? No, I don't think that's there. I think it's somewhere else.
Hop on this train with Boxcar Willie, and we're gonna ride it all the way to the end. Alright, can I get that ladder down?
I think there's a ladder on the train that you need to climb up.
Come on, ride the train.
If
Then
not,
ride it.
if not, I know you can get to it from the other side on the from the stairs, because you do need to go up on top of that. Not to ruin it for you, but just so that you
Yeah, I just probably
streamline
have
it.
to.
You gotta
Yeah,
hop
that'd
over
be-
onto the top of the train.
Yeah, jump. We gotta jump, son. Ooh, coming in hot. You know, as clunky as that is to climb up on top of things, it's still like 1,000 times better than Boneworks.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
It's not a tech demo.
I'm trying to make those explosive barrels explode, but they're not. Gotcha. Stay over. There it is.
You gotta push it all the way and make sure you have it
Yeah.
all the way.
That's what she said.
The loading mechanics are really good with this too, right? I mean, this is like full on reloads. You gotta do everything.
Yeah, it's
Great.
a little funky, but yeah, it's all there. Come back, prick.
You shouldn't have
Come and
to.
die.
You shouldn't have to be so precise to slide it in the thing. It makes it. I mean, I guess more realistic, but at the same time, it's it's not how you would want it. You want it to be as user friendly as possible. You know what I mean? So
Oh
hopefully
shit!
you gotta go in that room.
Gotta kill them all is what I gotta do.
You're almost out of bullets. 6 more.
Oh, is that right? Shit, pricks. Looking at my hand like I'm Half-Life Alex.
Yeah, that's so ghetto. They couldn't have put Half-Life Alex glove in it.
I know, right?
I was kidding.
I do like the weapon wheel they have though, right? Where you push the thumbstick in and you can kind of like.
You can actually change your weapons, Wes, on the left controller by pushing one of the buttons. It'll
Yeah,
cycle
I remember
through.
reading that.
Yeah, I didn't notice that for a while. I was manually doing it, and then I was like, oh shit, I could just hit this. I think it's A or B button.
Hmm.
Man, they're pissed at you, Wes.
Dude, they're hounding you.
Dude, I beat like 4 of them to death. And then I caused all kinds of shit before with the people at the door.
I hope one of them was one of those guys that was giving you a hard time.
Yeah,
Yeah, really.
sure. Motherfucker. Oh, there's 2 of them now. Oh, his brain splatter on the wall. That was cool.
Recycle says getting your hand stuck in Boneworks was a little silly, but you learn around it. Lone Echo did really well with the ghost hands.
Well, this is the thing, man. If you have mechanics that you have to work around to and figure it out, you know what I mean? That's kind of a problem. You shouldn't. Ideally, you want it to feel as native as possible, not saying, okay, well, you got to get used to it so that you can play the game and work around it.
Boneworks was one of the most immersive experiences I've ever had, but the physics was way overdone on it. Like,
You got to jump over that fence to the right.
It was beyond the point of fun, you know.
Yeah.
Certain things were not fun.
Right.
Well, that's what it is too. Is with a mod, you don't mind realizing that you have to work around a few things with a mod. You're playing a flat game. It's not meant
I've
for
got to
VR.
physically.
Yeah, you got to
crouch
physically
this,
crouch.
don't I?
Yeah, there is no crouch button, but the devs did say that they were going to implement a crouch button.
Yeah, they need to.
What is that?
I think that
Oh,
recharge.
it's for my suit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, your light and your protection from radiation.
Really? You motherfuckers.
They're shooting your shit.
Come here. I got something for you. Come on. He didn't like
Come on.
that, did he?
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
I ran through this fucking gauntlet of death.
I'm the type of person who likes to cleanse the world of evil.
Well, I do
That's
too,
just
but
who I am.
I think it's designed to. It's like they just keep sending guards out, so I don't know that you'll
I know.
ever get
I
rid of
love it.
them.
Send them all.
They're unlimited.
Wes wants to send them all to hell.
That's right.
Exactly.
Oh
Oh,
shit!
look at that guy.
Yeah, they start rolling barrels at
Oh,
you.
these things blow up now, huh?
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
They didn't blow up a minute ago when I tried to blow them up.
Man, that music's intense, huh?
Well, that helped. Well, I see you.
All right, that's how I feel too on Akazi. It was too much. They didn't add to the game in Boneworks. It was.
Get a little closer. Don't be shy. It just takes a few shots. It will blow up. You got anything good, buddy? No?
I like the ragdoll.
Yeah, man. Dance. This one won't, he's heavy. There we go, we got him. If I was playing by myself and there weren't people watching, I would totally pile these dudes up on those barrels over there
And blow them
and
up.
blow them to smithereens.
Hey,
That
if
would-
we weren't on a live stream, you'd probably still do it too, right? A video? You'd blow
That's
that crap up.
Well, I mean, yeah, I've done that. Did that in Alex a couple times. Ah, they're too far away.
Yeah, you don't have any more
We'll go get
suit,
'em.
any more suit backup. You're now to your life. You charge up if you can.
Some bitch. Well, how would I do that? I just gotta find things, right?
Yeah, there's a guy. You're gonna stop going to a mine or a subway car pretty soon. That the guy in there is gonna charge you up. Are you getting shot
How
from
are you
behind?
shooting me through the? Oh, there's a.
Oh my God!
Oh, you're
Jesus! Holy crap, dude!
Crowbar! Crowbar!
Holy crap,
My God,
dude!
they're loaded in there.
What happened? That was crazy. You lost half your health. I think
Bitches.
there's more people there. I think I hear them.
Sure is. I need this ammo though.
Oh Jesus!
Oh my
Man, those
God,
guys
it's
are there
coming.
quick, man. See what I'm saying? They just keep coming, Wes.
Yep.
It's kind of designed to be like a gauntlet where they just want you to run
Hey,
through as fast as you
You can
can.
keep filling your ammo up though. Max out your
Well,
ammo.
that's a good way
Yep.
to get ammo for sure. I think you're full.
I think it's max because it's not letting me pick any more up.
150 is the most you can have.
I don't know. All right. Yeah, I've got 150. It says. I think the UI is a little small, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a little bit, but you're not reloaded though for some reason. Gotta eject the other one. There you go.
Pick another gun up before I leave.
Yeah, fill that sucker up, right?
Yep. So it's 154
Ooh.
that you can hold.
Okay, that's weird.
Really?
I think.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah.
168.
No, 168. There we go. Full clip and then 150 more.
Oh yeah.
And all these bitches are dead.
Yeah, now they're screwed. Wes is fully loaded. They don't have a chance. Don't have a chance.
Kill the gunship.
Some power cell.
But this is why I was saying I want AAA. I want these games in VR. And then the more games you play like this in VR, it gets harder to play some of the other mediocre games that we used to think were the amazing games. AAA games are on a different level. The depth, the everything, the gameplay. That's how Mash gets sucked in 4 hours when he meant to go in for an hour.
Yeah.
Over the last year, modding has really went to a new level.
Absolutely. I think it's Tesla's AI. I think they've been working on it.
Ooh.
Maybe not.
It's supposed to jump in the water here?
Yes.
Yes. But if you want another reason somebody's asking, whether I should buy a PCVR headset or a headset that can play PCVR over a PlayStation 2, here's the other reason. You can't play any of these mods on PlayStation VR 2.
That's true. You can swim in the water too.
But it's dirty.
Yeah, it is kind of dirty.
Well,
There's no feces in it though.
That we know of.
This is not Root City.
This is not. No, this is not Root City. Absolutely not.
Got a boat. The shrimp boat.
Like this was cool. Like when you go down in that water and there's that thing that's kind of turning. You have to go. Like that's the kind of stuff you see in these games, in AAA games, right? It was like, wow, this just blew me away. I feel sorry for anybody that doesn't have this. No. How soon is this coming to the or do we know to Steam for?
We do not know.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think they've said yet. But I can tell you that this thing. I mean, I know they say they're still working on it, but I played 4 hours of it and it seems pretty damn polished to me.
They said specifically that there's a lot that they're still going to add to it. They said, that's a quote.
Okay.
I don't know what that means.
I don't wonder if that means they would continue to work on it, or after they release it.
So, Mash, let me ask you this: are you done playing this game, or?
No, I'll definitely go back. I'll finish it. I want to see. You know what I want to see? They off of this game, they had expansions off of this game. They had 2 other games that were like expansion packs, and that really moved the story along. That tells that story between here and Half-Life Alyx, and I'd love to see those come in too.
Meanwhile, let my Vortigaunt friend here give you a jolt to get you going.
Here's your jolt.
Yeah, give me a jolt, bro.
He's gonna charge you up, bro.
Like these guys right here, these Vortigons, these were one of your main enemies in Half-Life 1. And now in Half-Life 2, they've become your allies. You'll learn more about that later on.
Hit the road, Jack.
Hit the road, Jack. Get the fuck out of here.
He's like, see ya.
Check out these character models, though. Look at how their eyes move independently of the rest of them, and the mouth animations. Like, this is stuff that games today don't get right.
Right. Well, it's like I said, it's a AAA level, and it's 18 years old, and it looks and it's better than most VR games today that are released today, right? Because the gameplay is so good.
Loading
Load screen.
screen abrupt.
Well,
Sorry.
imagine this, Wes. Imagine you get to this part and it says, okay, now load the next chapter, and you got to go into a menu and double click on it and load it in the screen. I tried like 2 or 3 levels, and I was like, the immersion breaking. I mean, this is alone is way too long. I still don't know why it's loading this long.
Dude, this is nothing. Just wait a minute. See what the chat has to say.
Well, that's what's crazy. I don't know. Like I said, between my, none of them ever loaded this long for some reason.
My chat's frozen. I need to refresh it.
Said Space Dennison says the episode DLCs are great too. So that's actually, we're going to be getting all of this, man. We're going to be getting all these games in VR. It's going to actually pay off, kind of like it's been doing for me, especially me and Wes, but even MASH sometimes. All these amazing IPs that we never played back in the day that everyone's like, you never played Half-Life 2? No, because I wanted to wait for the VR mod. There we go.
Yeah.
That wasn't immersion breaking at all.
No, not at all.
But again, if you went to play this game right now flat, you wouldn't want to play it. Because
no
why?
way.
Because it was a great game 15, 18 years ago. It's not a great game now. It's an outdated old game, but this exact game pretty much in VR is like crazy good,
Is that the way I came from over there? And this is the way I'm going over here.
Yeah, you gotta break through.
18 years later.
Yeah, no,
how
it's
crazy is
crazy,
that?
isn't
But
it?
it just shows you what modders can do. Like, especially if they have the backing of the developers. There's no reason why
Look at that, man.
when you
He's gonna eat that bird, yo.
when you kill that, Wes, you tell me that the animation doesn't feel a little weird.
Yeah,
It's
shooting
alright.
once.
It's about the only thing that is somewhat lackluster compared to, because they're just used to how it dies in Half-Life Alyx.
I mean, it's not as good as Alex, obviously.
That's
but
exactly it. That's just, but I mean, it's still cool, but definitely don't get sucked into those though. I guarantee that. I think it's way worse in this game though. I think they held back.
Is it really?
They held back because there's places where I was sliding down and there was like all these other ones, and it was pretty quick pulling me up there, and there's no holding your hand like in Half-Life Alyx.
Yep.
So does using my light drain that thing?
Yeah, that's a battery pack, right? So you got 27. So it is using it.
But when my battery ran out, my light still worked.
Oh, did it really?
Mm-hmm.
The battery also runs your protection for your suit
Yes.
for radiation and shit like that.
Did that guy die? Oh, they killed him. That's right.
He got shot. Yeah, they shot him.
Rude.
Damn it. Screw you guys.
You got a Gatling gun over there. You gotta get
Yes.
this Gatling gun guy.
You got to go into that tube right there. To the straight ahead. To the right.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw it.
I don't like the way that the gun is at all. It's just too precise, man.
Yeah, they could do like a magnetic thing where it like pulls the flip in for you.
It should be easy. You shouldn't be able to miss it. You know what I mean? I've died several times trying to reload my gun.
Well, it took me a little bit in the beginning just to realize that you had to eject the mag first.
Yeah. I couldn't find the mag. I was, like I said, I was looking on my waist. Who would think? Who would think on your shoulder?
I know, right?
It is better on your shoulder, but
Half-Life Alyx is that way though, right? It's over your shoulder.
is it? I can't remember.
Yeah,
It's
I
been
think it
so
is.
long, dude. I went
Pretty
in.
sure
Looking
Half-Life
there.
So is, I guess Resident Evil is as well. Remember, I didn't know. That should be my go-to now. I don't think you can get up there, Wes. I think you should be able to grab, but you can't.
I want to try to climb up there and shoot that gun.
You can.
You can. You're gonna get up there. You gotta go in the tunnel first. You gotta get up there.
You gotta go.
Shortcut, yeah.
I was trying to cheese the game.
Cheese, boy. Cheese.
Hey, Corporate Zombie, good morning to you as well. This is Half-Life Alex. Or no,
Happy
Half-Life
Cinco de
2.
Mayo Day.
It is Cinco de Mayo. Oh my God, I feel like getting a Mexican pizza for lunch today. Just to celebrate. It's a little weird, isn't it? Shooting that gun.
Yeah, it's hard to aim.
12 years ago today, I quit smoking.
Nice. Good.
I can't tell
Congratulations.
where I'm shooting.
My smoke anniversary.
It's racist. Don't
How
ask me
dare
how.
you quit something that's going to kill you?
Alright.
How dare you?
I think you're gonna die, Wes, if you. There we go.
The guy shooting you on the right.
Oh God.
Alright, that's enough. That's enough. That's enough. That's enough. What? Come on, man. Oh crap, I just smacked the shit out of something.
In real life?
Yeah. What was it? It was my green screen, I think. I'm not here, shut up.
Look, you're at
Man.
CG sliding in saying good morning.
Look, you're at 60 charged.
What's up, PD? What did you think? I know what you thought of Half-Life Alex. I just watched you play it.
Yeah, it's some
Half-Life
Or
2.
not Half-Life Alex, but Half-Life 2.
I keep calling it Half-Life Alex too. That's just the.
Station 12, come in. Station 12, do you read?
Hey, Tech, have a good night, man.
Take it easy, man.
Station 12, come in.
Tech, I expect to see you and Laura at Marbles tomorrow night.
Ooh, Mara, I forgot. Tomorrow's Friday.
Yeah, tomorrow. Oh no, tomorrow's Thursday. On Friday night.
Tomorrow's Thursday, right?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
In 2 nights. I don't know. We'll do some marbles.
I think marbles and Risk of Rain.
Oh, dude, that would be amazing. Actually, I've been thinking about streaming Risk of Rain too for a while in VR. I missed that game.
Yeah, we could even get Tech in there. I think Tech has it.
Yeah, I think Tech would go. Dude, we can get a lot of people to come into that game. That's one of the best multiplayer games that I've played.
I think Radio Run's got it. We get 4 or 5. We get 4 people in there, or 5 people, or something like that, right?
PD wants to know, why does Wes have to touch everything? Yeah, I think it's 4 players.
This is Lethal Weasel's gameplay, man. You
Yeah.
gotta try and manipulate everything. You gotta check every box.
Cause I love to be in VR, man. It's not just about beating the game for me. Come on, you piece of shit. Get in there.
See what I mean? That's like I said, it's got me killed many times.
Whoa,
The reload.
they have friggin' mortars, man. What's up with that?
Yeah, I can't even remember where
Oh,
you're
yeah.
supposed to go from here, but I know that it's not.
I guess I'm gonna have to run down this thing here.
Oh yeah,
that I
yeah,
climbed
that's
Yeah.
it. That's it.
Yep, that's where you go. Yep.
See this? These are the last people that fuck with me.
It's all right.
What's left of them?
Blood splatters all over, right? They're not. They didn't live to tell the tale, Wes.
They did not. Ah, fuck those things. I'm not even worried
Corporate
about them.
Zombie says, you know who else likes to manipulate everything?
My mom!
Oh yeah, she does.
Touches everything.
No, will these things drop useful things like they do in Alex?
No. I don't think that,
Alex, you can get clips out of 'em.
I haven't. They might drop health maybe or something, but I haven't seen them drop anything worth anything so far. But
Who's that? The enemies or the?
the sucker things that pull you up into the.
I had him drop. Like magazines or ammo. That was about it.
Wes, I ran into that chick and I thought the same. Did you try to kill her?
I thought about it.
I did too.
Why would you try and kill her?
Well, because listen, she said, "Keep going, friend," and I said, "Fuck you." Like, who are you? I'm not. I don't know who you are. No, but I did think, well, what if you killed her? But I didn't have the heart.
So
That was a
Folger in chat says pistol reload is already changed, just haven't pushed a new build yet. I assume that might be one of the devs.
Oh, nice. Well, I'll tell you what. That's amazing work. Mash went in there. Mash went in to go in for an hour, and 4 hours later he came out, and he'd probably still be in there if he wasn't for the show, right?
This is one of the best games I played this year, and that's saying something. This is
I
a
concur.
mod.
I concur with that for sure.
Well, and the fact that you're able to download it the way you are, it's just special.
That's the other thing too, because
future.
again, we were talking about how hard that Vulcan mod was to get figured out the other day, right? And get it to work perfectly, and it just those things take time to mess with, and especially for us who don't have a ton of time, we're limited on how much time we get to play and what we get to play. I want to just do things quickly and easily, and this was the easiest mod I've ever done.
Well, let's put it this way: Eric came into the Discord and the chat and said, "Dude, I think we should stream the Wolfenstein," and we decided we were going to do it. And then we had issues, and we didn't even play it or talk about it. And and Eric today came into the Discord and said, "Dude, I think we should stream Half-Life 2 VR mod." And guess what? We're able to do because it's an easy download, and it was so simple, right?
Yeah,
it's amazing.
It was so simple that I was trying to make it more complicated. Like I was like, guys, I don't understand how to do this, but it's so easy. You don't think about how easy it is. You know what I mean? So once you guys told me how to do it, I'm like, I just made that way more complicated than it had to be.
Yeah, you just download just gotta make sure to download. The hardest thing is downloading both for VR and flat version on the same hard drive, and that's not hard.
Which is a piece of cake.
Yeah, I think
other shoulder.
Oh. Yeah, there you go. But that's good. So so the update of the reload is coming. That's really good.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thanks for coming by the chat and hanging out.
Yeah, for sure. Man, look how beautiful.
I know. I didn't get to see that view, Wes, because I just kept and running, man. Wes is like, I'm gonna kill every motherfucker in this place.
They're evil, man. They tried to kill me. They deserve to die.
That's true. And you are ridding the world of evil people.
I like that. They don't just sit there and let you kill them.
Yeah, they move, right?
They're gonna kill you.
They think they're gonna kill me.
It's taking cover.
Folger says one of the few positives about the mod having been in development for so long is that it was around for Steam to greenlight.
Yeah,
makes a difference, right?
Well, it just makes.
I'm sure it's so much easier.
It just makes the mod that much more of an official mod, right? Like if people can download it from Steam. Like there's people out there that would love to mod, never will because they're intimidated by it. So something like this is going to allow people to actually play it that never would before, and I think that's awesome as well.
Yeah.
Really? I just blew your friends up, dude.
They did the physics so well in this game too. Like I mean, it's like almost like ragdoll physics. Like you can grab these bodies and
for an 18-year-old game, they were doing it right back then, right? It makes it's unexcusable. Or inexcusable for today, right? Like
you know who else was doing it right back then?
My mom.
She's been doing it right for a long time.
All right, I gotta find my way up there, so I just blew that thing up.
That was the right way. You got to go through here. Yeah, use your crowbar and move the barrels.
They turn your light.
Get out of my chair and crouch down.
Oh yeah, Folger. That's the one thing you need to. You guys need a crouch button.
I think
they know that. They acknowledged it in the README.
Yeah, I remember seeing it, but
get off me, bro. Oh man, look at this.
This is what Ruuts was talking about.
Flammable barrels.
There you go. Yep.
I
No,
wouldn't
no,
do that.
roll it and then shoot it, and then shoot it. Grab it with your hand, pick it up, and get your gun in the other hand. You can actually just pick it right up. You don't have to like.
This is like I'm on ice, man. I just keep sliding.
Yeah, well,
Mhm.
if you once you go down the one to the left, when there's a hill,
Yeah.
you're not gonna be able to stop yourself. So you want to be really careful because those guys you'll slide into them and they'll suck you up quick.
Yeah.
Listen to that
You know
noise.
who else likes to suck you up quick?
My
Yes,
mom.
That killed them all.
I did not.
Did it shoot?
I don't
Did
think
it
it
explode?
killed them all. I think it killed
Yeah.
some.
Killed
That's
enough.
the only bummer for me is I have no audio. So I can't.
Oh
You can't hear it?
no!
No,
'cause
I don't ever. I never get audio when you're streaming.
Weird.
No, it's because the stream hears it through my headphones. That's how it's coming in. Because I'm picking it up, and Eric doesn't hear what I'm hearing, I guess.
But Eric should be able to hear it from Discord just the same as you.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, go into your Discord, Eric, and go. You're not watching his stream, so click on Watch Stream, and you'll be able to.
Oh, maybe that's why.
You'll
I can
be able-
watch the stream.
You'll be able to get the audio that way.
Are you watching
Oh,
it
yeah.
on YouTube or something, Eric? Or
No, I was just watching.
Ruuts'
Yeah, I was
thing?
just watching
Yeah.
Ruuts' stream, man. Now I'm watching yours.
You don't even have to watch the stream if you just open it. Make sure the audio thing is not muted for his stream.
Mm-hmm.
So I think sometimes
Yep.
it is, and then you should be able to hear it.
Now I got it.
Welcome back. Welcome.
Hey, I'm
back.
here. Now we just gotta figure out how I can listen to your music on Twitch.
There's got to be a way.
Where there's a will, there's a way. And I'm Wes, I'm not Will, but I still say there's a way.
That's right. It's different now with the sound,
They're
right? Eric?
shooting at me, man. Listen
yeah.
to this, man. You can hear the bullets.
You're
Oh, I'm
dying.
drowning.
Yeah, you're drowning. Eh? Oh.
You're in. You're in.
Man, I popped up out of the water like Harry Potter or something.
Well, you were dying. You were really needed air.
Let me stop.
I can't remember where you're. I think you might.
I just went over the thing.
Oh, you did.
You gotta go up on this ramp over here on your left.
I like to imagine that I'm being chased, and I try to get out of there.
Oh, that whole thing's gonna blow.
There we go, yeah. I love the explosions in this game. It's awesome.
Oh wait!
Oh,
Oh,
shit,
no.
you're dead.
That was close. That's scary.
Bless.
Man, I jump up out of the water like I've been eating gillyweed or something.
I can't wait
Oh
for
my
that.
god,
new,
that's so Harry Potter geeky that you know what gillyweed.
I can't wait for the new Harry Potter open world game to come out.
Well, I'll just point out, Mash, that you knew what I was talking about
That's
as well.
true. That's true.
Absolutely.
and
I've been there.
yeah, if the Sorting Hat picks me for Slytherin, I will restart my character. By the way, I will not be a Slytherin.
No, you have to.
Nope.
You have to go where it tells you.
Here we go. Let's load.
Hufflepuff, I could deal with.
Awful puff.
Who's gonna mod that to make that game?
Oh yeah, is that the next one? Next game, maybe that'll be the next Luke Ross mod that comes into VR.
Recycled said you can use V-band with voice meter to send audio directly over the internet if you're crazy enough. I only use it on the internet. Listen, those of you out there who are technically inclined, I would need a virtual mic application, something that'll let me do sound bites without having to go buy a big Stream Deck setup, and something that'll let me capture game audio and blend my mic into it into one source, so that when the Discord asks me for my mic, I give it the virtual mic and it has game audio and my mic. That way we don't have to worry about Discord and all this weirdness anymore. I can just use virtual camera in OBS and my virtual mic and do a super high quality stream with no jank.
Oh, well, let's well, this weekend we're supposed to look at that OBS. What is it, Mash?
OBS Ninja.
Yeah, and we'll see if that, also helps with some of it, because I think
Yeah.
I think Discord's just it's okay.
I want to assign a different soundbite to every key on my keyboard. That's what I want to do. Because I have a lot of them.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of keys, a lot of sound bites out there. Yeah, there's programs out there for that kind of stuff as far as creating a soundboard. Even
Well,
on
not heavier with the blocks. Come on, man.
no,
You gotta drop the blocks up there.
Yeah.
Dropped one of them.
Good. I
You
think
need
you
like
got
4.
4 or 5 even, really.
Because you gotta be able to get off of it. So.
It's a puzzle, Mash. Don't give away the puzzle.
Oh, sorry.
This is why
Whoops.
people said Boneworks.
Well, they did this exact same puzzle. Was it not in Alex?
It may be.
I've done this puzzle before. Maybe it was Boneworks that did something like this.
That's why a lot of people felt like Boneworks was very, had a Half-Life Alyx feel, right? Because of physics puzzles that Half-Life Alyx or Half-Life used, right?
Yeah.
Right. Still not enough. Can't throw cinder blocks. Imagine that. Come on, man.
Come on,
Oh,
man.
you got it. You got it.
We did it. We did it. Still have 135 ammo, so we're in good shape.
It's not loaded though. None of it's loaded. There we go. Now I feel comfortable. I was feeling a little nervous there for a second.
Want a soda?
Hell yeah.
You can't. I see.
All
You don't
I
have an
wanted
index.
was a
You
Pepsi.
could have crushed it if you had an index. Probably not.
That's right. So jealous.
Yeah, really. It's a trade-off.
man.
It's a trade-off. You get to crush the can, but you get joystick drift fast. Like, which one do you want, right?
No warranty.
Then no warranty. A big middle finger. Remember,
You get
how,
batteries from killing those things.
you remember how pissed off Anthony was about that? Just deservedly.
Yes, I
I was
do.
not happy.
No. I think you're gonna slide here.
It's like, I will pay for it. I will pay you for it. You have to be able to replace these or repair them.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Come
right?
on, man. I can't shoot you with a pistol.
No, this is get the fuck out of here quick.
Yep, this one you have no choice but to run.
Yep, I know. Unfortunately.
Oh, don't do that.
I guess it does drop some stuff.
No, I was already laying there.
That door right there. Just because it took me a while to figure out that it was behind it. A bunch of shit in front of it.
Ooh, there you go.
Well, there's the symbol. This kind of like Boneworks too, right? With the graffiti on the wall.
Yep.
Yeah.
Man, look at the lighting though. This looks amazing in VR, people. Like, it's incredible.
How's it running on your 3080?
Perfect. I'm running it at 100% on my G2, no problem.
Nice.
Did you mess with the settings in game at all to change it?
Jacked it up.
Okay, that's what I did too.
Is that the G-Man? Whoa. Not that way. Not yet. There we go. Didn't get them all, did it? We got another barrel we can throw at them.
Tires. You can throw the tires. You can throw the barrels. Basically, you just what you want. What I did is I threw one and a couple down, and then went where the ones that were occupied, right, and slid down that side.
Is that the way I'm supposed to go, or is that just a side path?
No, it's either that one. You got to go down it and then around and down a different one as well. I think there's two of those.
Right, I'm gonna see what's over here before I go down there. I knew that one would be the side path and one would be the, well, I gotta sit down, hold on. Wait a minute. Why is it all weird? Just tell me, please move back. I'm in my seat, so.
Yeah,
recenter maybe?
You're not down far enough. You're like flipping. You must be.
Oh,
in
that's
a
what
wall.
it is.
There
Yeah,
you
that's what it is. Get this health, yo. You can't store any of this, right? It's all instant use.
Yeah, I believe so.
Look at this thing.
That's cool.
That thing used to be alive, Wes. It's got a name, bro.
Dead now.
His name was Steve.
Oh, Steve. I miss Steve.
I miss Steve. Yeah, he's dead now.
Right?
I do too. He's a lot better than the new guy on Blue's Clues.
Blues Clues.
We just figured out Blue's Clues because we're not so dumb.
Yeah, my kids like that. Blues Clues.
Now they did. All right, I'm gonna get back in my damn chair now. It's enough of squatting in real life. Skulls. Of course. Bars. Slender Man.
Oh,
come on,
God,
man.
dude, what a bummer. Is he gonna? Oh, you can still see it. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, there you go.
It's funny they were just kind of tossing it between the two, right? Yeah, go now, quick, brother. Yeah, there you go.
Dude, they're
Well, that's
so
not the
pissed
way
off.
either. Man, the lighting is just so good.
Yeah, even everybody watching right now, I mean, you're watching it flat still. It looks so much
Oh,
better in the
shit.
headset.
Try to read the chat and the guy shot me. Go while they're busy with debris. That's what I did. I am better than the dead person. He's dead and I'm not.
That's right.
Poor Steve.
Suck it, Steve.
Yeah.
Steve, get it.
You know what's crazy is like this whole thing that you're doing right now, you're just trying to get to the beginning of the game, really, right? Like just to the beginning, out of this fucking place. This game is how long is this game, Eric?
It's long. There's a lot to it. I don't remember the exact time, but you haven't even made it back to like where Eli Vance is or to meet up with Alex.
Yeah, that's
you
the
had-
beauty of these games is that there's meat on the bone. Like I'll be playing this for a month at least.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's a
Yeah,
lot to this game.
Because I can't play it. Obviously, I can't play it just this, but I'm going to be playing it. You know, every couple of days, I'll put a few hours into it until it's done.
Right. You're gonna say I'm gonna go in for a couple hours, and it'll be like Eric. It'll turn into 4 or 5 probably.
Good.
It's a game that's for me just because I kept getting places, and I'm like, I'll just get a little bit further, and then you know what I mean. Then you're in there for a couple hours, and I was like, yeah, I just want to go in for a little bit, and I like really good games that, like Matt West said, and that's exactly the way I would put it. It's got meat on the bones, right?
Yep. Yeah, I mean, basically, you're still just running in the beginning yet. You haven't even really heard any of the story yet, or like.
Covering our tracks.
I could tell from the beginning, the first chapter, that the storytelling is going to be even better in this game than in Alex. You can tell.
The last one through.
I like how
The
that.
guy they're looking for. Poor bastard doesn't stand a chance. Sounds like they're calling in every seat
That's
in
you.
City 17. Now they're flooding the areas up ahead with manhacks. You better get going before they sweep through here. Oh shit!
Crowbar.
I don't like these ones either, man.
Yeah, they're caught here.
They're very annoying. These flying machines, man.
That's right.
No, Alex VR, you are cool.
Thanks for your help.
You're still here, Alex. Thanks for coming out there, man.
It isn't safe here.
Hell yeah.
I'll give you
Appreciate it,
some
man.
advice to keep you going, and you really gotta go.
Alex, you've played this. You have this mod too, right? If you don't, you and Skiva should get it because it's amazing, and I know that you'll want to talk about it.
What about B haptics for it, Alex? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, is there be haptics for this yet?
I'm sure he gets tired of hearing that.
This would be a good one to do, though, right?
Yeah.
Everyone's a good one to do.
True.
But you know what? It doesn't matter to me because I don't have one.
Yeah, it's true. Oh!
Barry Bonds, yo.
Well, Folger, if you're
Kidding
still
me.
there, Alex VR from Between Realities and Skiva, they'd be great candidates to get this as well so that they can talk about it on their podcast. Oh, God. Oh, I love how those things are like chasing you almost. Like, what was that?
It's
Like-
physics, man, and well-designed levels.
Yeah.
Like, it took them 100 times, or, not literally 100 times, but a bunch of different trial and error setups there to get the physics just right so that those barrels chase you down the hall.
Yeah, right.
Corporate Zombie says Half-Life 2 is one of those games of all time, and I 100% agree. It's like Tom Flesh Eater Gaming says up above. They take you on an adventure before you start the story. It was something different, and it was. That's why everybody was waiting for Half-Life 3, right? It never came.
It's coming to VR.
Yeah, I think it is as well.
Confirmed.
What? Confirmed?
It's not confirmed, but there are substantive rumors out there.
I like how you walked that back. It's confirmed. Well, it's not confirmed,
That's what I said.
but it is
I
confirmed
was
in
being
our
facetious
mind,
before,
right?
But there are strong rumors out there.
Right.
That's legitimate.
Right. Well, and at some point you kind of have to. I mean, you can read the tea leaves, right? I mean,
Well, there were strong rumors about Half-Life Alyx for a long time before it got confirmed.
that's true. There you go.
I like how that guy's blood just gets splattered all over the wall like 5 times before he falls down.
This makes me want to go play Half-Life Alyx again, too, though. Like, I want to beat this one, and I want to go back in and play Half-Life Alyx again.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Makes me want to go in and play this right now.
Oh, yeah, that.
So I can't even do because Wes would be playing it right now.
Damn it, there's a swarm of these things.
I know those things are really annoying.
Bitch.
Number 3
Oh, I could've
exists.
blew 'em up,
Half-Life
I guess.
3 confirmed. That's right, Recycle. You heard it here first. Although we're saying it's a rumor.
Whoa.
Skeeva's in the house also. What's up, Skeeva? What's up, Alex?
What's up, Skeeve?
Oh God. Oh. Oh!
New weapon coming.
Oh yeah. Give me some ammos, yo. 13 shots ain't gonna do it, bro. Well, there's no shots.
You'll be able to find their weapons. They each.
Oh, it's
each have a
alt fire.
weapon.
It's got an alt fire mode. That's what it is.
Yeah, you got some. You got a second weapon there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought I had zero ammo for it, but there's 0 alt fire ammo for it. It's got regular ammo. There's some health down there. Just gotta get down to get it.
You gotta crawl on your hands and knees to get it.
Well, I mean, you would if you were really climbing in there, right? You're not
That's
walking
true.
in there, standing up. People say they want immersion. There you go.
Yep.
Did your game freeze or?
Load screen.
Does it giving you a load screen?
I don't
No,
know
you
what it
froze
was.
for a
You
minute.
froze or something.
Is it back yet?
Yeah, it's back.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. Internet glitch, I guess.
Skiva says this is possibly his favorite video game of all time. It's
Dude, wait till you play it in VR, dude. It's a whole new ball game.
It's my first time ever playing it, Skiva. Ever.
Do you think it's better than Alex so far? As far as
Not the game. Not the game, Alex. I mean your friend Alex. Is
oh
it better than
yeah,
him?
no, yeah, that's right. Well, you know, I mean, Alex is a cool dude, so I would say no. Oh,
Pretty
God.
good, man.
Ah!
Wes is having his way. You're gonna break the
That poor guy. He just wants to.
All
lay
I'm
there
doing,
and take a
all
nap.
I'm doing,
his
all I'm
family.
doing is grabbing it. I'm not moving my hand at all.
His
Just grabbing it.
His family, Wes. Have some respect.
He just wants to lay down and take a nap. And Wes is like,
These things needs an exorcist, man. I lay hands on it and it goes all ape shit.
Paradise Decay says the first time playing, you are in for a treat.
Yeah, for sure.
I've gathered that. This is awesome.
We take it to the airboat.
Okay, you gotta go in the water.
I don't wanna.
You gots to.
Dirty. See, I just get on it.
You're gonna have to go in to go through.
Was there stuff down there that I
No.
needed?
Nope. No, just
I could use some
just a
health.
path.
These sights are hard to see. I don't have any more ammo for it.
Yeah, that thing burns through ammo too.
The crap.
Oh.
Crap, I'm in the freaking Steam menu again. Ah,
Get out of the Steam menu, Wes.
did it 3 times
It's
there,
gonna get
dude.
you killed, bro. Not a good idea. Steam
4,
menu's not
4
your friend.
times.
It's not your friend. No matter what it tells you, don't believe it.
Yeah, I'm dead.
Oh, Wes.
I went into the Steam menu 5 times during that little sequence.
Wes, don't die.
I know, right?
Too late.
I'm the shenanigans, dude. Shenanigans. Like I come straight into a friggin' thing shooting me. Before I even have like my screen up, the thing is shooting me.
Probably a good place to just get out of.
One of that guy's machine gun ammo.
That's fucking crazy, bro. What's going on here?
Look at.
Oh, did you die again?
No, I mean yes, but I had no real shot because the friggin' thing like almost killed me immediately as soon as I loaded in. Get off me, yo! I'm in the Steam menu. Damn it!
Oh,
off me.
WMR controllers. Don't you love them?
Love it so much, man. Damn it! Where am I going? I don't even fucking know where I'm going.
You gotta kill those things, bro. No, man.
Watch as soon as it loads me in, watch. Is it going to load me in, or am I just going to sit here in the water all the time? Look, I've already taken, like, look at my health now. 3 health from that bullshit. You said I had to kill him, right?
You got
What
this.
you said?
Oh yeah, you gotta kill those things. Get them in a tunnel where there's not so high of a ceiling, and they have to funnel right towards you.
All right, there's health on the ground over there. I'm going to save it here. Even though I'm damn near dead.
You can come back from that.
Paradise Decay says, wait, Wes wants it easy? Laugh out loud.
I don't want it easy. I just want it not to kill me before I load into the game.
Ooh, nice hit.
Come on, bitches. Come and get it. Sick of this shit.
You got ammo there. There you go.
So they have a slot on it as well.
Nope. But you can two-hand it though.
Ah. Ah-heh.
Yeah.
You got this, yo.
Have 8 health. Well, there it is. There's a vent.
Nice. Now you're sacked on health.
I don't know how I keep getting back on this gun without picking it. Like, it's twice now. I've just looked down and had this thing in my hand.
You can switch just by hitting that one button.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. Time to get out of the chair. Urgh. You know, I could see her playing this stupid thing all night. I probably should think
You
about
lose it.
calling it a stream soon.
You can lose your time in here so easy, man.
Yeah, man, it's like, seems like I just started, but I know I've been playing a while. Crap, I gotta get up out of the floor. So I was down on the floor and I had my my controller stuck in a in my green screen,
Oh,
so
God.
my headset couldn't see it. Oh, there we go. As soon as I get to whatever the next natural break is,
Says, I
We'll
hope you
call it a
saved the
stream.
game. PD says.
I mean, I saved it within 3 minutes. Yeah, see? Alright, so let's get ready for these pricks here. Come on, then.
Tom Flesh Eater Gaming says, just the classic sound effects brings him back.
Yeah, really.
How am I swinging through the damn thing?
They're tough.
Damn it. 3 health.
Oh my god.
Oh my lord. There you go. Thank God, right?
Look, you can't shoot them in here. Look at this place.
No.
You can, but probably not gonna
You
make it.
can. I'm not stupid. That's what happened to Steve.
Yeah.
Poor Steve.
I feel bad.
Alright, so we can go 2 ways here, right?
You know who else likes to go 2 ways?
I do.
Yeah, she does. Was him not bone
God.
words.
I bet you I could do it. You guys doubted me before at the gun, and I made it up there.
You can do it.
I can just walk up the damn wall. That's a lot easier. Alright, I gotta get over there though. That's the thing. Is there a way? Yeah, over there. Okay. There's already barrels over here. There we go.
That's easy.
Yeah.
Still too easy.
I wonder what was down. Like I came up, and there's nothing here.
Paradise Decay, have a good night, man. Or I guess morning in your case.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right?
I guess it's
Yeah,
morning
have a
for
good
all
day.
of us, really.
taking his kids to school? Is that what he's saying? I bet you it is.
He's got real life calls. Time to take my son to school. Well, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I know my PD. Have a safe trip, PD. All right. Should I go down here or should I go back and go down?
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't
I
think
think you gotta go down. I think you have to go down.
Oh, do you?
I know you have to go down, and my mom taught me that.
Things definitely go smoother if you do. Damn sure.
That's what I hear.
Yeah.
I hope there's not a rain core down here.
Yep. 3:38, 1 a.m. on the East Coast. 1:30 where I'm at.
Well, there's jack shit down here.
Didn't Matt said you got to go down there?
I'm pretty sure you did.
Gotta keep going down, right?
Where did you have? Where does he go then?
This was this is an involved section here. It's gonna take you a while to get through, so I don't know how much longer you want to go.
Okay. Well, I guess
you
can save. You can save anywhere. So
Yeah. True.
the the equipment stops and starts automatically. So anyway, we'll call it a show here. Let me go ahead and save my game, and we'll get back on camera and say goodbye. Save game. Save over that stupid bullshit from a minute ago. Root canal. Or as we like to call it, Ruuts canal.
Yeah, it's my canal, bitch.
Who doesn't love a
Mine.
root canal?
That's right, a Roots canal. Yep.
Ruuts' canal. So you guys who are watching this in the future, let me know when I stream next. Do I stream Fallout 4 or do I stream Half-Life 2? Let me know in the comments down below.
I know what Radio
Great
Rock
question.
says.
Yeah,
I'd rather see you do
Absolutely.
this.
Yeah, me too.
I love them both though. It's like, so I really don't care which one wins because they're both incredible.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you can't go wrong with either one, but this is definitely my choice.
All right, there we have it. I'm gonna turn it
Yeah,
off.
that was a good. A good real-time review because you get a good chance to see what this game actually looks like with the
Bear
mod.
with me
which
just a
is
moment,
freaking
guys, while I
crazy.
switch my audio sources back over
Cool.
so I can hear you.
We can hear you, Wes.
And then in Discord, we go.
What do you guys think in chat? I mean, I think you guys are
So
probably thinking the same thing. How crazy great this thing looks.
yeah,
Is
Not only does it look
Oh.
good, it plays good. It's an amazing mod. Like I said, the fact that it's on Steam, that you're going to be able to download this, I don't think people realize, or maybe they do, how huge that is. Like to me, that's just a big, huge deal. Wow, you're not Wes. Mash. Look at Mash.
Well.
Wes is gone for 5 seconds, and Mash is trying to slide into the
taking over the
host.
show. New host.
Into the
New
host.
host of Virtual Strangers. Ash Daddy Cool.
did the I closed the game.
That's
right?
all right. I can fix
Hold
it.
on,
All I have to do is just
you can fix it.
Yep, I'm just fix it
Okay.
right there. No, I didn't. Yeah, that fixed it. No, I didn't fix it.
Boom, didn't fix it.
Okay.
You need me to open the stream back up to make it right again?
No, I think I just need to. Let me see. That didn't. What? It should fix it. Well, I don't know if it'd be. I guess if you. That's weird, man.
I'll just stream some random shit so that it'll have another window in there.
Who doesn't want to stream random stuff?
So here's the question: are you glad that you've waited all this time to play Half-Life 2 in VR, or do you wish you would have played it originally years ago flat?
Well, you say it was
Hold on,
next
I'm
level back in the day,
pretty sure.
right? All right. So
It
How about
was.
that? Did that fix it?
that should. Let me see.
I mean, you haven't even gotten to the gravity gun yet. I mean, back then the gravity gun was an amazing weapon to have and to
Yeah,
get
for
in
sure.
game. It
Well, that's what somebody in the chat was
was
saying.
crazy.
They said you won't be worrying about your ammo once you get the gravity gun. It's so OP, and that's like everybody's looking forward to that, right?
Yeah. Mickey Burr says this mod looks awesome and it doesn't look like it would give me VR sickness. It's tough for us to judge that because none of us get VR sickness, but I don't think I don't think it'd be any more than any other game or less than any other game, right?
I would, yeah, I feel absolutely zero
Yeah.
discomfort here, and I'm pretty immune to it, but like there have been other mods that I've played that absolutely turned my stomach. So none of that here. There've been there's been a few native VR games that have made me feel uncomfortable. So I would say so far so good with this one. It doesn't feel like a mod. It feels like you're playing a native VR game, although there is still some roughness around certain edges because it is a beta. It's really good.
Yeah, that's very
Yeah.
good. Mickey Bear says RE2 makes him ill when I play it, and that's got to be frame rate. So yeah, I would check your.
That's what it is.
This is the thing, Mickey, and I especially with mods. Pull up a FPS meter or something of that nature to where you can see what your frames are, because I guarantee they're dipping in a way that makes you, because especially in RE2, that one's very CPU intensive, and I noticed that mine was dipping in certain areas, and so it can, and that's typically what's going to make you feel sick. Oh, unless it's motion, locomotion.
And the inverse kinematics in that mod can really screw with you a little bit too, especially if you get too close to where like you're seeing parts of your inside of your body, or if you get a little bit off of where your kilter, where your head should be on your body, can mess you up a little bit. So if that one
Yeah, you
bothers you,
may
try
want
it
to.
in third person.
I play that game in third
Exactly what I
person.
was going to say.
And for me, I play RE2. I prefer it in third person, and that's why I'm excited to play Elden Ring in third person. I want to play it in third person. I want to check out environments in first, but I want to play the game in third because that's how it's designed, and it's amazing. Like, why would I want to fuck it up? Like, at least the way that the mod now looks, they're Cass and Cherry's video, the animations were clipping through. You couldn't see half of what was going on. I don't know how you're going to fight that way. That's crazy to me.
Yeah. That was what I was thinking while I was watching it. I was just hoping that it isn't as bad in the headset as it looks on the
That's
flat video.
very possible. Very possible.
Yeah.
So,
But we'll find out soon, won't we? I mean, if they're promoting it, like the reason they have it is because Luke Ross is promoting it. So it must be fairly close to
close.
being ready for release.
Yeah, and this
Mod month continues.
Well, this is the good and bad news about Luke Ross, and I guess that's good for us because we want to try it. He doesn't wait till it's perfect before he releases, so I guarantee it's coming soon. He just has to get it into a playable state, and then it'll come out, and then he'll keep fixing it over time. So,
Really though, or is he like the Joy Way of VR modders?
I hope he would. This is my thing. The big ones, I think he will. This one's so big that I don't think that people will let him stop it, just kind of slapping it in there.
What about GTA 5 and Red Dead 2? Are those still in progress?
They're still in progress, but they're not big enough. No, just kidding. I don't know.
But here's the problem with him now, though, is he's making money off of these. So, the people that already joined his Patreon, they're already paying monthly. He wants to bring new people in with that next new game. So
Right.
That's true. And,
You know what I mean?
and
So
plus, the people who are already in his Patreon, what do you want? Do you want to get the mods that you already like to get better, or do you want the next big thing in VR, which is what most people are going to say, right?
Yeah, everybody in his chats are just always screaming every game under the sun. So,
I mean, he just did Cyberpunk last month, right? He just did Cyberpunk, and now he's doing Elden Ring.
Elden Ring. The Ghostbuster, or not Ghostbusters, the what is it? The Harry Potter game. That'll be the next one when everybody wants.
Yeah. I'm down. Although, is that coming to PC right away? I thought that was a PlayStation game, at least for a little while.
It may be. I'm not sure either, but I got a PlayStation 5, so I'll just play it flat then. It looks really cool.
Yeah, right.
Someday we're gonna get that Harry Potter game in VR. Too many people want it. It's gonna happen.
Yeah,
I
it's
feel
coming.
it. Sony might be the
Mhm.
one make it happen.
Yeah, absolutely. Can you imagine?
Yep.
I can. I have. Anyway, I guess this is about time to wrap it up. I guess we could keep playing. I think people would be down. I want to thank everybody who stayed up half the night watching me play Half-Life 2 VR. Again, remember, while everything wasn't buttery smooth, like the weapon mechanics, there's no there's no squat button. There's no, like when you grab the dead bodies, they go nuts. All of this stuff is work in progress still, but none of it is game breaking. None of it's even all that uncomfortable. So
And all of it
it
they're
was an
working
amazing
on.
experience.
Right, all of
Yeah.
it they've said that they're actively working on the crouch and the gun magazine reload. I don't know about the bodies, but just don't grab them. You'll be okay.
Well, I can tell you this, even with the knowledge that they're adding a bunch of stuff back, into this still yet, I'm not waiting. I'm going to keep playing it because it's outstanding.
Yeah, how do you stop?
So I can't wait.
Mm.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, this game right now, this game is freaking amazing. I can't you can imagine what it's going to be like in a month from now. You know what I mean, when they do some patches.
What about? Do you think they're going to bring co-op? No, just kidding. That would be awesome.
Oh man.
Yeah, be haptics, yo. No, I'm just kidding.
That's a good one.
Anyway, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, click the big red button and the bell to make sure that you get notified next time we go live, which will be Saturday with Virtual Strangers 150, and then this Sunday, if I can get the editing done, we'll have On Location with Tiffany Tolman from Walkabout Mini Golf. As I'm checking out Deftones in Cincinnati. So stay tuned for that. Again, shout out to our new Patreons, Mickey Barrios, Felipe Larraz. Thank you, everyone who supports the show. And there's a link down below if you want to do that. $3 per month gives you weekly show notes, insider access, and exclusive content. Less than $1 per week. Pretty awesome deal. And you get the peace of mind knowing you did your part to help support our community and our channel. So thanks again to all the patrons out there. And then, of course, we'd like to invite you into our home, which is our Discord server. There's an invitation down there for that as well. That's where we hang out. That's where we talk about stuff like the newest VR mod, which just hit the circuit. This week it's Half-Life 2 VR. Next week it'll be something else.
Elden Ring.
But you'll know about it first if you're a member of the Virtual Strangers Discord. So be sure to join us there as well.
Come home, please. We miss you.
Yeah, come on home.
We'll
Exactly.
leave the light on for you.
Yeah, it's on. Swipe your feet.
It's always, yeah. It'll be on. It'll be on until the suit battery runs out, and then you'll have to destroy some more drones, and then the lights will be back on again.
That's right.
Anyway, with that said, friends, we'd like to thank you all once again for watching. For Ruuts and Eric, I'm Wes. We'll see you in a few days. Bye now.
Take it easy.
See you later.